Welcome to the Renegade podcast. I'm your host, Dashing Rogue, and I'm with my frequent sidekick, Artistic Layman.
Will we surrender? Never.
Never. We will never surrender. We're never going to give up. We're in it to win it. Because at this point, there is no freaking there's no freaking United States after this. Seriously.
And honestly, I've been thinking about redrawing my. I was thinking how I would have to eventually redraw my avatar. But you know what? I'm keeping the hat. I'm never taking this hat off.
Don't take the hat off. The hat,
Make America great again is something I can live by. I can do that.
Yeah. I mean, it's the thing. I think the real issue here at the end of the day is the individualism. Because let's be frank, the left are some of the most individualistic people out there. They are collectivists in their thinking and their policy making, but ultimately they are individualists because they go down to the atomized individual, don't they? With their sexuality and a bunch of other shit, don't they?
Yeah, well, it's very individualist for their personal gain, but never for anything meaningful.
So they're egotists.
Yep.
You could argue they are borderline ethical egoists, or even ethical egoists, because that would imply they have ethics, right?
That would be their egos.
Exactly. So on the right we have people who are individualists, and then we have people on the left who are egotists, who don't care about anything but themselves.
Which is why it explains their political victories.
Yeah, exactly. And to be honest with you, dude, I am fucking terrified, man. I'm not even terrified. I mean, I got my freaking 45. I got my freaking, even right now, I have my 45 right here with me. So pull it out. It's not loaded just yet. But someone knocks on the door, ready for hell.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
As for me, I'm in the safety in the confines of Arizona, but are we going to talk about how we feel about what's happened so far, or are we going to save that for later?
Oh, we're going to just let a little bit more people join in. By the way, those of you who join in, welcome. I do a podcast every so often, and sometimes I upload James O'Keefe or evidence videos, usually for posterity purposes. So welcome. My podcast, for those who subscribed, by the way, welcome. We deal with it's mostly just what I talk about. I talk about what I see. I talk about my ideas, my inputs on certain things. It's more like a blog, but we also do political stuff. We go into conspiracy theories. We are pro free speech, and that includes hate speech. So I may toss a few N words around here and there, but ultimately it's the context and how it is being used that matters. So, I'm not really concerned about people using the N word as a slur so much as I'm concerned about people saying, here's all the scientific data. Here's all the data. This is why we have to start transferring resources from this group to another group. Those people we have to watch out for. So one of the things we have on the Digital Renegade podcast is a saying, we need to separate the people who get triggered by, there are three types of people in this world. People who get triggered by words, people who get triggered by sentences, and people who get triggered by paragraphs. If we talk about like Russian subversion, that sentence alone is so loaded. But if you watch any of my backlog stuff about Alexander Dugin and things such as that, you will notice that we oftentimes deal with we deal with claims and we follow through with them. We do a little bit of investigative journalism here and there. So that's always fun. And we'll also get into conspiracy theories here and there. But again, not all the time. It's mostly just for like, hey, let's take a look at what this is all about. But, let's get started with what we're talking about. Let me put this out there for those who need to see it. Get that out there. Tweet it out. For those of you like, favorite, and subscribe, man. It's awesome. Uh-oh. I think my Facebook got popped.
What do you mean you got popped?
I think I got popped on Facebook. I think I might have lost my ability to share stuff. I think I might be shadow banned on freaking. Because I'm trying to share my.
I just love this new layout design. Isn't it just so streamlined and useful?
Oh, dude! They keep remaking everything so that way they could pay the freaking people from the H-1B visas. It's kind of sad if you ask me. But whatever reason, I lost the ability to share my stuff. It's kind of disgusting, to be honest. But it's all right. Well, I'll make it through it. And even then, you're talking to the guy who freaking reviewed Cuties. And yes, again, for free speech, we never get pedophiles on free speech or violations of free speech. We always get them on child exploitation charges. If you go into the Congo, for instance, ladies and gentlemen, this will give you more of an idea of what we're all about. you know, no one's going to go after in court. No one goes after child pederasses because because of free speech. They always go after them on the notion of child exploitation. So there was no exploitation that I could see, at least by watching something that's within the commons and the public domain, practically, like Netflix or what have you. So I don't think there's anything there. But in any case, and yeah, YouTube's messing with the algorithm. They're trying really desperately to knock the stream out. I can see it.
But isn't YouTube just another way of saying messing with the algorithm?
You know, Susan Wojcicki, the little Pollock that she is, I really, really, really don't like that woman. I mean, I'm getting sick and tired of these people who really ought to know better, not knowing better. She knows exactly what she was doing. She's been in Poland, okay? She knows what it's like when the communist tanks moved into the fucking place. She knows what it's like when the Nazis came in. I mean, fucking Poland is like that. Like, you could pull up a picture of that meme of the little white girl and like all the black guys behind them and the couch. That's what Poland is, historically speaking. You know, not to say that every Polish person's like that, but at the same time, yeah. Hey, welcome, Stiltskin. Welcome. But yeah, we'll see if we can get Forney in here. See if we can, I'll send in the link or two for Beckloff if he wants in, and anyone else. We have a Discord server. You can try to ask me to let you on there, and at the same time, let's get started with with what's going on. So for those of you who don't know, and given the fact that this song was so old, some of you won't even know what that song was. That was the Beatles, called Revolution. And the Beatles, for those of you who don't know, they were a big shit back in the boomer days. And the time of the dinosaurs, when computers you could probably clock a guy and kill a guy at the keyboard back then. Just smashing over their head. That's what the Beatles were. They were British people. They're part of the British invasion back in the 1960s and 70s. But yeah. So let's talk about some of the news that we've seen. And again, like, favorite, and subscribe. So one of the things I've recently heard, and this is something from the Insider. I'm going to send you a link. There we go. Wojcicki, yeah. Well, more like Poland, I should say. It would not be freaking Wojcicki. It would be Poland. Stilton says, I ain't got a mic or can. I gotta come out of shyness and go online with my thoughts. Yeah, you do. I mean, I've oftentimes told people, if you have a stake in the fight, your words and the weight of your actions has more weight, I should say, or your actions have more weight. So, like, even if you're just posting your cat videos of your cat or your dog every so often, you have a stake. So, one of the things, I'm gonna send this to Luke real quick. By the way, Luke is my producer and / cameraman, and he's my special effects guy. We do not have a subscribe star. We're not going to use. I'm going to set up subscribe star mostly because people want to give me money. Again, I don't want money because I don't like doing this all full time. But again, this is something that has happened just recently in the last 24 hours because there's a lot of stuff happening. So one of the things that is taking place in this weird world is that members of the far right, including Proud Boy leader, were reportedly stabbed during an altercation in Washington, D.C. So the leader, Enrique Tarrio, the leader of the Proud Boys, attends a Proud Boy rally on this is September? Was this? This is that picture in particular is from September. Apparently, this guy got stabbed. He got stabbed recently within the last 24 hours.
This paper was reported 13 hours ago.
Yeah, so several conservative activists, including multiple members of the far-right group. Again, we don't know. Far-right is just a fucking buzzword at this point. Ding, 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 ding. The Proud Boys were reportedly stabbed Wednesday in an altercation in the early morning hours of Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. police told the Insider that they received a report about a stabbing, which occurred on the 1400 block of New York Avenue at 2:26 a.m. Jesus Christ. It's way past my bedtime. Past Antifa's bedtime. According to the WJLA, DC police said the stabbing victims were 2 men and 1 woman. Damn, they talk about gender equality. You got to get those numbers up, though. You got to get actual stabbing parity.
Anti-fascism, where everyone is equally miserable.
I know, right? We could all equally starve to death. We could all equally get shot in the back of the head, but we got to share the bullets, so we have to like line up in a Congo line or something.
You can't have income equality if everyone's dead.
I know, right? There's no one to count the beans anymore. Okay, so yeah, so all three were taken to the local hospital. While the victims told police the perpetrators were members of the associated with the BLM movement, there's no evidence currently to substantiate those claims, according to the report. DC police told Insider they could not verify any specific affiliation of the suspects and said that the investigation was ongoing, I should say. I'm half dead, according to Stiltskin, and geez.
What?
Well, welcome, man. Thank you.
What happened?
Well, thank you for turning in, man. Stiltskin's saying that it's like 4 a.m. over there, almost 5 a.m. Yeah, man. So yeah, people are getting stabbed. People are getting shanked. Enrique, according to this, a Proud Boys chairman Enrique Tario and I think it's Belvian Betty, who gained attention for painting over the BLM mural outside of the Trump Tower, were both stabbed. Injuries non life threatening. But again, this is really fucking fucked up. It's going to escalate. And he's, call me crazy, but I have my freaking 1911.
Oh, look, and the Proud Boys, which recently received a shout-out from the President Trump, which he didn't, was founded in 2016 as an extremist fraternity and is classified as a hate group by the Southern Poverty Law Center, as if they mattered at this point. I like to call them SPLEC. The group has been associated with recent incidents of violence in the U.S., started by Antifa, and the insider Rachel Emerson has previously reported. Yeah, this is a dog whistle. It's amazing how they accuse us of the things that they do.
Yep. And, I was one of the few people, and by the way, I like Enrique Tario with the little white claw there. I don't know where the white claw meme came from, but I like it. I mean, that shit is really strong. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like really, really overpowered. Like I have been more drunk than I've ever been before on White Claw than I have been on like rum and stuff like that. That's how strong that shit is. I don't know if it just hits me harder. So like by the time I'm on my 4th or 5th, I'm like, it hits me, creeps up on me. But no, yeah. So someone got stabbed. And then, of course, we have Project Veritas. And this is something that I don't often copy people and mirror people's images or videos. But I did this specifically for posterity's sake, for the future generations. So shout out to James O'Keefe. James O'Keefe, man, awesome. Keep doing what you're doing. And I'll let the professionals handle this. But I wanted to just, shield this out there because let's be frank.
And of course, in the middle of the stream, a video dies.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, OBS is really glitchy.
I'm thinking let's just go to some other fucking program, to be honest. OBS is I don't know.
Maybe I should update it or something. I don't know.
You should probably update it.
Here's the audio.
Alrighty.
Tell us where you work.
I work in the Traverse City Post Office, more specifically the Barlow branch.
Your boss told you and your colleagues something that shocked you this morning. What was it?
We were issued a directive this morning to collect any ballots we find in mailboxes, collection boxes, just outgoing mail in general, separate them at the end of the day so that they could hand stamp them with the previous day's date. Today is November 4th, for clarification.
Who is your boss, and what is his title?
Jonathan would be a direct supervisor, yes. As of right now, he is the opening supervisor for the Barlow branch post office. So and this is anecdotal, carrier down in another office said they watched the postmaster doing it. If it were just a typical day, it would be clerks doing it up at the distribution center.
So 8 p.m. election day, November 3rd, the Court of Appeals ruled ballots have to be received by that time. And what were you told?
To separate them today so they could mark them with yesterday's date.
So they're editing the ballots so they're still relevant today. And keep in mind,
wait, I thought they were ahead. What do they need to update that for?
They have to totally decimate Trump. They have to decimate the motherfucker. And I'll tell you this right now. Honestly, I think we're going to see armed conflict. Again, I'm not one of these people. I'm not like Tim Pool, the boy who cried, what was it? The boy who cried Civil War. I ain't like Beanie Man, okay? I legitimately think we might see some small-scale conflict. So that being said, for those of you out there who hear my voice, do not engage in the enemy until fired upon. And I say fired upon, I mean fired upon like they shoot at you with a projectile. The reason you do not do that, you don't engage until then, is simply because one of the things you're going to realize is that we are very close to starting a fucking civil war. And I don't want to be the guy who starts a conflict that kills millions and millions of people. or hundreds of thousands of people. So that's my interpretation of that.
Here's
So,
the Babylon Bee is just the funniest fake news website. It's satire. It's not supposed to be real, you know?
I know.
I know.
But it is real, and unfortunately, we have to deal with this. We got to deal with this. It's a fucked up series of events, especially when we have more information about apparently in this. According to the Twitter, again, this stuff is hot off the press. So again, trust but verify. I'm just a guy on the internet, so I'm not a journalist, but I do partake in journalism, if that makes any sense. So this is from Stilton says, kill the spiteful mutants. No, we're not going to kill anybody until we're fired upon. And that's something you got to understand.
Well,
I do believe Trump can win us.
I mean, you technically can kill in self-defense, just don't murder.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I say don't fire till fired upon. Rules of engagement, my friend.
I mean, Trump's not going to let this. Trump is not going to let this. You know Trump's personality. He will not let this go. He will not let this go.
Yeah, they won't let it go.
I love my president.
I love my president too, but I'll tell you this. I mean, if they're stabbing people like the Proud Boys, you just want to know what they're going to do. I think there was an assassination attempt on Mr. Trump at one point. I'm going to have to verify that because there's a lot of shit out there that we don't know.
Oh, my first thread on Twitter is someone called the Election Wizard. This woman outside the counting facility in Wayne County, Detroit, claims she discovered a box of ballots that contained 500 ballots. A box of ballots contained 500 from people who were not on the voting rolls. What?
So apparently, yeah. So play the clip.
I'm gonna see if I can play this sucker.
And so I have the Baxter, Mr. Baxter, whatever, had to go to the head guy because I want to see every one of those ballots, copy them down, copy on the precinct because they don't show up on any list. So I just grabbed one box. It's 500 names of people that are not on a register, they're not on the supplement list.
Were you in there? She was in here this morning. She said it's
No, I've been in there all day. I just left.
This is amazing. If this is true, this is amazing. We are watching our republic being stolen from us right in front of our very eyes.
Yep, it's a republic, all right, if we can keep it. And guess what?
Thank God.
To keep your property.
Can you imagine how insane this would be if we didn't have the internet?
Could you imagine how insane this would be if they actually managed if we don't get an answer by, let's say, Friday? Can you imagine all the hell would break loose? I had a friend contact me just now a couple of minutes ago. He's a gentleman, works in IT with me. I
have to say this. Like, the first comment was some detractor saying, so this random woman discovers that the FBI, CIA, NSA, or any other Trump-controlled agency did not discover. Furthermore, she accessed the voter records and was able to cross-examine meticulous boxes of ballots. Yeah, I believe this, S. Like, why not? Like, who says the FBI, CIA, or NSA are controlled by Trump exactly?
Who said? Again, I've oftentimes said the CIA wants to kill you, and the feds just want to prosecute you and throw you in prison for the rest of your life. That's the company culture between the two, and it makes sense if you know the history of the individual agencies. But yeah, again, that's one example of it. Another example of bad electoral process is this one, and this is, I'll send you this link again. All the links in the description, ladies and gentlemen. You could follow along. I try to keep everybody updated with what we're looking at. Again, because we're using bad gear and there's a lot of shit. We have a lot of gremlins in the system, let's say. And I don't think it's all because of laziness and lack of good quality product. I mean, I can't even share this stream right now on Facebook without copying the physical link, going over to my Facebook, pasting it into my post. It doesn't let me do it. In fact, I'm going to send a screen cap to Mr. Luke. And
yeah, because unfortunately, the video doesn't have anything good audio-wise, but it is it is a news interview with something happening in the background, and what looks like people opening letters and just putting them in a box, which I have to ask, like, what exactly are we looking at?
We are looking at people who are counting the ballots, taking it out of the proper they're not following proper procedure. They are taking the ballots out and they're counting them, and then in some cases they are discarding them.
And you're sure, and you're absolutely certain that this isn't just them being following process.
Again, there's a lot we don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know, but I'll tell you this: I do not trust. I really, really do not trust this particular. The hell, you cannot save this piece. Okay. We'll go here. I'm just trying to send you a link, a copy of the actual reason why I can't post. It says on my Facebook, app not set up. This app is still in development mode, and you do not have access to it.
What?
Switch it. I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna because you can show images, right? You can show images, right?
I don't understand. Like, what do you mean you can't show it?
I cannot share copy. You know how you have like the share button on YouTube? I cannot share this on YouTube or on Facebook.
Send me an image then.
I'm sending you the image now. Give me one bloody second. Here we go.
What's going on here?
If you could post that online, if you could post that on for the good people to see.
I will, sir. I will.
All right, cool. Because that's what they're doing. They're really, really trying to shut us all up. And I won't be surprised if we're gonna have a fucking holocaust of people who just get wiped the fuck out. I'm not surprised I don't just get busted and popped.
This is what's on the screen. His screen, folks.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Why is it not opening?
Just
What kind of file is
keep
this?
looking.
PDF file. So why? Okay. Okay, I'll have to upload another one. Oh, great.
Oh boy, we went totally blank.
Hold on, I'll get up in just a second. Continue.
There we go. We got it. It's good. Anyhow, sorry about that, folks. We're really, again, some of us are operating on very little to no sleep.
I can't tell if this is a conspiracy or if this is incompetence on my part. There we go.
Yeah.
That's what
honestly, it's all the Silicon Valley just putting bugs and gremlins in the system. They're like, we're not going to fix it. You need us more. They're trying to pull a fucking Atlas shrug like they have the power to actually do that.
Jack Dorsey, we have to log into your own account, delete it, and then repost it. Like, why can't you just unblock it?
Because he's a pussy. He's a fucking animal, and I don't like him. I really like. I'm not surprised that I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I'm not surprised that people like Pelosi and people like Jack Dorsey have not had someone try to attack them yet. I'm not suggesting that you do. I'm simply suggesting that if this continues, we already know where Pelosi lives. Okay, I do not condone violence. I think violence is horrible. I think you should stay away from that. But the problem is that these people don't know when to quit. They're the type of people who they're crybabies. You know, that's the best way to describe them. They want to start shit. They act passive-aggressive, which, again, I'm passive-aggressive, okay? I play passive-aggressive because I can't go aggressive-aggressive without going to jail and prison, and it just isn't worth it. So, yeah, again, for online, the app not set up. This app is still in development mode, and you do not have access to it. Switch to a registered test user or ask an app or admin for permission. Again, I've done this. I had a stream last night. I had a stream the night before. This is fucking insane. And, if anyone else has, issues with, sharing on Facebook via YouTube, please let me know. Because I legitimately am, again, we got to keep our head in the game. Trust but verify, Chernobyl the shit out of this fucker, But, again, most of the stuff we're going to be covering is going to be on, which is already the last few hours, I should say. So it's right off the press. So trust but verify. I don't claim to make any truth claims. I just claim that the information that is being posted out there is, again, it's hot off the press. So we have to give it some time. So don't have faith in me and don't have faith in the sources. Trust but verify. Do your own research. I'd recommend you do that. So here's a little thing from Mark MI6 Collect. Oh, Logos Media has gotten nuked off of YouTube. Oh no, yawn! No, yawn!
Wait, what?
It was a gentleman that I know. He's a conspiracy theorist.
Well, he was on the channel before, right?
Yeah, he was on the channel. We had him on. He was he was telling me, fight for your culture, fight for your culture. And apparently he got nuked. So let's see who else got nuked. Let's see. Logos Media got nuked. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Well, Logos Media 2 is still up. And I guess that's okay, I guess. I mean, it could be better. Let's see, Logos Media. And he's still around. There is a Chinese version of Logos Media. I don't know if this is his shit. No, it's not his shit. It's some fucking Chinese shit. Some little fucking... I don't even... It's Korean, I think. I'm not sure.
This is interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is a tweet that was given to us by Mark MI6 Collette. If there's one, I'll do it in his posh accent. If there's one thing that the U.S. presidential election has taught us, it is that more people than ever are investing in American politics. In fact, interest in this election is so high that some states are reporting over 100% turnout. Now, what did I say yesterday, Luke? What did I say, when I was with Matt Forney and I was talking with him and I was saying, hey, they're gonna stack the deck in Trump's favor. They're gonna give Trump like over representation in the ballot box. That way they could say he's a fascist. He gained 120% of turnout. Look at that shit. Look at all that fucking crap. Nevada.
And yet they're so determined to say that he doesn't have an advantage in those states.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, the states in Nevada, Pennsylvania, all these states, they're in discussion right now.
Yeah. Yes, they are.
And some people have suggested that Arizona might go the other way because of suspicious behavior, but I'm more pessimistic about that because Minnesota and Wisconsin are probably the ones that you can actually debate over.
Well, here's a cool little thing that you got to understand about Arizona and Wisconsin, and especially for Arizona. This was posted by Razor Fist. Those of you in the chat, you can look down below and you can see on the screen or in the link in the description. There is a way to check the voter information portal, so you can search to see if your vote was counted. I would recommend you do that, Luke, since you live in Arizona.
I've seen this list, but I don't know how to find specific because it tells me about my early ballot initiative, but I didn't send in my early ballots.
Okay, so can you search for vote? Okay, well, again, this will help somewhat in that regard. You could submit public petition requests. You could respond to notice. You could check your status of provisional ballot. Check the status of ballots as early ballot. You could do it that way if you want. All right, so Chris wants to get in. Oh wait, give me one second. Let me type this in, and this is from the Beckloff. Let me see if he's going to post anything. Okay. Yeah, I actually sent this to you already. I've already sent this right back at you. What's his name? Oh, he already gave me a thumbs up. I got that. That's cool. All right, so there is that, and then of course, besides Mark Collette basically, saying the obvious, and at this point, I don't even know if that's the case. But now, get this, Luke. Here you go. Here's another link for you. This is from Twitter again. Again, this is the scene of Detroit's absentee ballot counting center is growing more heated. Windows are now being covered up. Allegations of violations. A Secretary of State says she welcomes challenges, but they're boarding up the place, man. Like, I went downtown earlier today, and there was like a lot of people boarding up their fucking place. I wouldn't be surprised if we start having the death of the internet because of this shit. Because let's be frank, all we need right now is them to kill the ISPs, and that way we don't know who's president. All we know is that shit's gonna hit the fan.
This shot's from the inside, so no one. Oh,
they're building. Yeah, dude, they're being sneaky little fuckers. I'll tell you.
Windows are being blocked off. I asked a few people who taped them up and why. No clear answer. A few poll changers workers tell us that they feel they weren't fair numbers of Republicans and Dems.
They feel that wasn't fair.
Secretary of State office giving me this note response. There are poll challenges. We have a legal avenue to address any legislative concerns regarding any rules or they claim were not followed. This has been a bipartisan and open tripartisan process from the beginning. BS.
BS.
With a record number of Republican challenges are deserving it. Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah. Turn up my homeboy. Turn up Mike homeboys. Okay. Is that better?
I have it on full blast.
Am I speaking better now? Be checking out Babylon. I mean, it's usually on my end. If you can hear me, that's better, right?
I mean, you're all the way in the red.
I am?
Yeah, in my feed, you're all the way in the red, so I'm not sure what the problem is.
I don't know. Try turning up your speakers, beating out of the Babylon. But yeah, and in Portland's going exactly the way things you would imagine are going. They legalized heroin over there. You know that, right? They legalized smack. They legalized all drugs.
Arizona has legalized marijuana, but smack? Really?
They legalized smack. So now Jim Goad gets to have Not you, bro. Mr. Layman. Oh, Layman wants to. Okay, so then let's see. Let's check your volume. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna test it.
Oh yeah, I'm a little far away, so I'll fix that. I'm just too far away from my microphone. How about now?
Yeah, that's better. That's better, I think. For me, at least, it's better.
Okay,
but,
here we go.
All right, play it.
What are we playing?
Andy
No.
Andy, no, little faggoty Andy. Let's see what Andy has to say, because apparently, again, based on what I'm looking at, Andy No is saying that Antifa is smashing up property as they march through downtown.
But they might win. What are they complaining about?
They're doing a victory lap, bro. It's a victory lap.
Let's see what's the. Oh, the old
ACAB.
Yeah, ACAB.
ACAB, yeah, Captain ACAB. Oh, that'd be a good character to have, Captain ACAB. I don't know, trying to hunt the white man, the white whale, the white pig. I don't know. I'll figure out the Moby Dick reference.
Downtown. Where's downtown? What is this?
That's in Portland. That's within Portland, because
Yeah, Libby. One of the tweets is, "I'm actually surprised there's still stuff to smash."
Yeah, you think that they're going to run out of things to smash, right? I mean, it's...
Oh, and tolerance manifests itself in mysterious ways.
It does. And God, these people, man, these fucking people are going to get killed. Antifa hates Biden. Yeah, they do hate Biden. But I'll tell you who really honestly does like everybody. Have you seen Vouch the Stampede lately? He's having a fucking ball. The son of a bitch is literally having a ball. He's just like, we're getting like the shit that the Biden supporters and all these SJWs and Antifa, and believe me, they've been fucking with me on Facebook and Twitter and what have you. They've been trying to get in here and trying to mess with us. They've said that, we want the Trump supporters to cry. Like they want revenge for what we did to them, and what we didn't do anything to them technically, did we, Luke? They started crying on their own. They started going, nah, that chick. I say that chick because I thought that was a guy, dude. I legitimately thought it was a guy.
Yeah, they could pull it off.
But let me just say this, and I'll send you a link through Skype again. Give me one bloody second if I have it here. This is what they want out of Trump supporters, real quick. See if I have it here. Alrighty, give me 1 second, Luke. Send it to you via. Oh, and I'm gonna send this to you. This is from my mobile. They want this. They want Trump supporters to do this. 1 second. Come on.
I mean, do they want us to copy them that badly?
They. The thing about them is they want chaos. They want us to fight each other. They want us to go to war. They want to inflict pain on us. They see themselves through the pain that they inflict on others. So that makes any sense. So this is the thing that they want out of us. They want us to be like this picture here.
They thought we were going to be like, they were going to feed on conservative tears. Like, no, conservatives don't cry. You don't understand.
Conservatives don't cry. We use our tears to oil our guns. Okay,
no!
So that's yeah. And by the way,
I wish you'd show that video. I gotta find. I'll just play it for sound effects.
Go ahead, do it. Play it.
No.
Play it.
Please, here, play it. Here it is.
Trump is now president of the United States.
Well, to be fair, that was Inauguration Day on January, so we might. Of course, we're not going to do that either, even on January.
By the way, shout out to the cat here. That's Thurston Waffles. He's actually a very, very naughty kitty, but very, very interesting cat. I like it. I personally would hang that in my wall. I mean, the cat's screaming at the top of its lungs. I think that's very cute, especially since it's the context of the scream is it wants to go outside. He wants to go. He wants to go for a walk, but Daddy don't want to go for a walk. And apparently, even if Daddy's head explodes, he still wants to go for a walk because that's how sick and narcissistic the cats can be. Alrighty, so Besides the things that are up in the air, such as Arizona and Michigan and Pennsylvania, like we need to get Michigan and Pennsylvania and Arizona in Trump's name. That's what we need, because I'm really pissed off at Vaush. I'm pissed off at a lot of these fucking communists who are gonna, let's be frank, they're gonna smear this in our face, and we're never gonna hear the end of it. You know that, right?
Oh,
they're gonna be emboldened.
Oh yeah, these we're on the side of the corporate America, my friend.
Yep, and at the same time, they're the people who are going to essentially never. Let me just say this right now: for those of you who are new to the channel and new to this whole culture war, never apologize to the NSJW.
No,
it never turns out in your favor.
But you have to apologize. If you must apologize, clarify with a true comment. Like, for example, I called somebody a hack and realized it was an accurate term. I just called him a tool instead.
No, dude, I don't even apologize, dude. Like, I'm at the point of wanting to just fight these motherfuckers in the street at this point. Not to say that I condone violence. Again, rules of engagement. They want to fight us. They can come to me and they can fight. You know. But yeah, I mean,
it's what's going on. What happened in Arizona last night.
So explain one more time.
So the people that were in front of me, there were two people in front of me that used the Sharpie.
Yes.
That was given to them by the poll workers.
Yes.
It did not read their ballot.
Okay.
And they slid it in there twice. I used the pen.
Yep.
Took their Sharpie and threw it away.
And it read your ballot.
And it read my ballot.
And it read your ballot.
And it read my
So
ballot.
what they're doing is they're telling people to use the Sharpies. That way,
Yes.
those votes aren't counted.
Yes.
That's exactly what's happening.
Yes.
So there was other people that were in there voting with their pens, and they literally went around and they were yanking pens out of their hands.
Yes, they tried to do that to me, and I took their Sharpie and I hid it, because then they said, look for all the Sharpies that are not being used and take the Sharpies back. They had a bowl of pens behind them that they were not giving to people and only giving Sharpies out.
There we go. So the ones with the Sharpies are not being read at all.
No.
No. And I'll tell you this also. As someone who's in California, we also use Sharpies. There are certain people in New York who are saying they've used Sharpies. So I don't know if this is just a normal occurrence.
I mean, do you remember using Sharpies 4 years ago?
I remember using a freaking pen, like a ballpoint. I actually remember using a red pen, using a red ink pen. I remember doing that.
And
I'll be frank with you. I said I want California to be a fucking red state because I think it would be better off as a red state. I think that honestly, we would benefit from it.
Everyone is better off in a red state. That's why they want to come here.
No, well, it's not. Well, yeah. I mean, the reason to come into freaking Arizona, I don't think I'm going to be able to go to Arizona after this. As much as like I'm going to have to, burn all my freaking assets and burn everything after reading it. I'm going to have to hide my birth certificate explaining to people that I was born in California or something. Because I'll be honest with you, discrimination in the workforce is real against Californians. And I don't blame them. But if I can't get out of California, what the hell gives them the right to try to judge me? I want to change. I want to be part of. The old archetype of the immigrant trying really too hard to integrate. Like this type, the guy who's wearing Superman t-shirt. He has a freaking American flag on it, jacket, and he's wearing a fucking cowboy boots. Like he's being like a fucking walking archetype. It's kind of offensive to be honest, but hey, who cares? More power to him. Those people. That's the type of person I would be if I went to Arizona.
Here it is.
If I went to.
Hey there, Homer. How's it hanging?
Low and lazy. So, hey, say something again.
Oh, you're just noticing the way I'm talking to you now. You see, it turns out I am an American citizen after all.
Is that Apu?
Yeah.
Fucking Apu.
When he found out when illegal immigration was climbing down on Springfield, he had to get a fake ID.
Apparently, I just plumb forgot about it.
Oh, I hear the accent now. I didn't realize it was Apu or not.
Yeah,
but be honestly, dude, the H-1Bs and even then the freaking the Indian immigrants, some of them integrate, some of them don't. I see way too many people who come here and they don't integrate. That's something that really just ticks me off to no end. Because don't get me wrong, there are people who come here and they integrate. I mean, look at the guy who made the sriracha sauce. I always say sriracha sauce, the sriracha sauce guy. He's a Vietnamese immigrant. He came here as a refugee, and he started a business, and he's employing people. He's employing Americans. He's giving back to his community and to his culture. That's good. That's an example of healthy integration. What is unhealthy immigration is when we have a bunch of foreign workers come over here, and they're not. And again, you say that they're on a H-1B visa, so they're not immigrants. No, they're coming in here so they can be part of this country. You know, they don't care about getting a green card right now. I mean, let's be frank here. The H-1B visa is just another tool used by the globalists to try to get people to come here illegally. They're robbing American workers. They're robbing actual talent. Like, I didn't know if I was good or bad or if I was right or wrong. It's very important for people to understand that you need accurate data to interact properly with the world. Right now, we don't know who is going to be the president or not. I really don't know if it's going to be Biden. I am of the opinion that it is actually Trump. I'm gonna lay down Trump final answer no matter what. You know, there's the never Trumpers. Well, there's the never Bideners. That's what's going to happen. We're going to have never Biden. Can you put that in the chat? By the way, Luke. Hashtag
never Biden.
Hashtag never Biden. Hashtag never Biden, because Biden is demented. He is mentally fucking ill. His son is a fucking drug addict. Him. I wouldn't be surprised if I see him and Jim Goats scoring up some smack at some point. Because at least in Portland, I mean, let's be frank. I'm actually, let me just say this, somebody who does weed here and there, I would honestly be very, very careful I'd be very careful of the fact that we're going to see what it's like with
Ian Mouse Chong has this little tweet. Biden got more votes than Obama. Let that sink in and realize how BS that sounds.
That actually makes sense to me. That actually, as much as I might not like Ian Miles Chong because of the whole Gamergate debacle, I still don't trust it. I don't trust a single SJW, and especially when you have people like Candace Owens who are proto SJW, or people who came before SJWs, or pseudo SJWs, I should say. Those people are fucking evil. But yeah, I'm really spooked out about this stuff. This is really scary shit. Now, I'm going to try to get a hold of, I'm going to try to send this link to some people. Give me 1 second. Let's see if I can share this with Forney and ask him his opinions on this, if he's still awake. All right. See if we can get Chris Beckloff on as well. Beckloff runs his own podcast as well. He's a friend of the show. And yeah, it's going to be interesting here, because I'll be honest, I'm very, very nervous about this fucking election. I don't know what else to say, but let's.
It's not biblical. It's not biblical. I mean, I'm looking at some certain comments from Cassandra Fairbanks, and I'm reminded of a comment how, even though this line is not in the Bible, I believe it's something to stand by. When Benjamin Franklin says, "God helps those who help themselves."
Yeah, no, I agree.
That's borderline blasphemous, but I believe it's very fair in making our temporal destinies.
Our temporal destinies, yeah. Not just our destinies in heaven and as it is on earth, but like in reality, we're gonna have a very, very long stream, or not stream. I think that Biden shit's getting to me now. I'm sorry. I'm just again, I'm working on a little bit, about 4 hours of sleep. Plus, I had work today, so give me a break, guys. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. I'm trying to find a good. You know what? Let's listen to some Vouch the Stampede. I want to hear what Vouchy has to say.
What point? Which video? What point? What do we got?
All right. Well, here we go. Here's the information. I'll paste it here.
Oh, by the way, I really like George. Are you familiar with the artwork of George Alexopoulos?
No, I am not.
He's made those. If you ever watch a Tim Pool video, you'll see a bizarre Biden picture in the background. That's him.
Oh,
and here's the rough, and here's one of the rough that he's made recently of you see Hillary Clinton. Well, you see a 2020 celebration with a lot of masked people and Hillary Clinton in the middle, and in the basket and downstairs, I'm assuming that's supposed to be Biden.
Yeah, well,
that's really brilliant. That's kind of brilliant, actually.
Yeah, and Biden is mentally ill. He's demented. We could probably Baker Act him if we really try hard enough.
Let's see. What is that sign? I want to see what that sign says next to him. It says, "Do not open." Oh. Yeah, poor sap. Poor corrupt sap.
Well, he's a drug addict.
Well, no, I mean Joe Biden is Joe Biden a drug addict?
Yeah, but
I thought he was dementia.
Well, yeah, probably from all the drugs he's done. I hate to be the guy that says this, but I was one of the few people who believed that Joe wasn't demented, or didn't suffer from dementia so much as he suffered from a drug. He sounds like he's high constantly. He even looks like he's high sometimes.
Oh, here's the let me. There's a perfect line for this if I can find it.
Right on. Oof.
Talk about compact cars.
Oh, no. Here we are.
Take the wheel.
What? Well, the 60s were fun, but now I'm paying for it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. But I linked you to the Vouch.
Anywho, here's some Vouch to Stampede.
The fucking little everyone's favorite pink skin pinko.
Oh, he's live.
Yeah, he's live. Video. Yeah, he's having fun because he gets to have his little YouTube.
Biden wins virtually guaranteed. Trumpster seething. Like, because we think a legitimate vote should be seething.
Fucking piece of shit. I hate this man. I fucking hate this man. This man again. Can we even call him a man? Well, I guess you can because he's fucking some big fat Gordita Supreme looking bitch. But
hello, Beckloff.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Beckloff, how you doing, man?
Good, I guess. Well, I just wanted to hop in for a minute because you sent me the link.
Yeah.
So
what are
here's my prediction.
Okay, go ahead.
I think Trump will fight it tooth and nail in the courts, and I think even if he has to go all the way to Supreme Court, I think he's ultimately going to succeed.
Amen.
Amen.
Because he has stacked the judiciary with judges these last 4 years, up to and including the Supreme Court. I'm not 100% on it by any. I wouldn't necessarily bet any money on that because if he loses, I want all the money I can squirrel away. But that's kind of what I suspect is going to happen. That said, though, I have another prediction. If he does not win, you know what everyone on the right's going to do? They're going to roll the fuck over and show their bellies, and they're going to fucking deal with it. They're going to bitch about it, but they're going to be little bitches. Because here's the deal. Here's the problem with the right.
All right.
This has always been their fucking problem. They worship at the altar of order and tradition and hierarchy and above all authority. And those are all false gods, and all false gods eat their worshipers. So that's what is going to happen, all right? The right are natural bootlickers. They fucking are. I'm sorry to tell you that. Now, maybe if Trump goes absolutely batshit insane and just, tries to raise a fucking army and we have a full-on civil war, maybe then their desire to lick Daddy Trump's boots will mobilize them. But generally speaking, they're going to roll the fuck over and show their belly. Oh, because of the dignity of the office and the process and all that other gay shit.
A bunch of romantic nonsense, right? It's romantic.
Because here's the deal. If the right weren't natural fucking bootlickers, which they are, we wouldn't have a Patriot Act. We wouldn't have James McDonald wouldn't be a millionaire. Hell, in my humble opinion, the Catholic Church wouldn't fucking exist outside of a few third and second world hellholes. Or if it did exist, it would be vastly different than it is. But none of those things are true because the right love authority. They love daddy telling them what to do. They love it. They love it. They eat that shit up. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to roll the fuck over and show their bellies. Trump's going to fight this, and God fucking speed to him. And if he fails, motherfucker's going to roll the fuck over and show their belly. And I'll give one perfect example. I get so many people, because I'm not really very pro-life. I'm really not. I don't know. I guess I lean towards keep the government out of it. I don't know. But, I don't like... I kind of like, if you're asking me if it's a person, I'm like, can you show me there's brain activity? Otherwise, I don't.
What about a heartbeat? I've always thought heartbeats were.
A heartbeat is who cares? That's a muscle that pumps blood. Okay, I know we always say like, oh, my heart, but when we say my heart, as in like the center of your core, your emotions and all that, that shit's in your brain. Let's be real.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, a heartbeat. I can hook a heart up to a car battery and make it beat for a little bit if you. But no, if you can show me there's brain activity, then maybe okay, fine. But again, it's just something I really don't consider a black and white thing. But you know what? If I did consider it a black and white thing, like so many of these pro-lifers do. And I don't know, man. I think maybe I'd go fucking Frank Castle. That's all I'm saying. But none of them do. And you know why? Because
they're hypocrites.
Because they're little fucking bitches, all right? They're little fucking bitches, and you're going to sit and they're order followers. At the end of the fucking day, that's the majority of the right. They're fucking order followers. They'll bitch about it, sure, but they're order followers. And that's not what this country was founded on. I can tell you that much. This country was founded on, 3-cent tax on tea. I'm gonna burn down the fucking docks. That's what this country was founded on. All right.
Right on, man. Right on. I agree.
That's what this country was founded on. That's not what the right is anymore. It's not what the vast majority of the right is. And you know what? I'll throw a little bit of stones. Don't expect us fucking libertarians to save the day because we're unorganized as fuck. Okay, so don't expect us to fucking rise up either. All right. So I don't know. Maybe the gamers will rise up, but other than that, I don't expect anybody to fucking rise up. So that's my predictions. Either Trump's going to fight this, he's either going to win, or he's going to lose. And if he's going to lose, ain't nobody going to do shit.
What would you recommend? Like besides burning down the docks, like what would you recommend?
What would I recommend? I would recommend making your fucking peace with God. First of all, that'd be my biggest recommendation.
Right.
And after that, I don't know, man. Figure out where your line in the sand is. Figure out where your hill you're ready to die on is. That would be make your peace with God and decide, okay, this hill I'm ready to die on. And don't take that shit lightly, but say, this hill I'm ready to die on. It'll be this far and no further. And there you go. That's all I can tell you to do. 4 years of Biden, I don't know, like there'll be Republicans fighting him and all. My biggest concern with Biden is that he's going to do the lockdown shit and get us into a fucking depression. That's my biggest fucking concern. Hopefully somebody fucking fights it. Again, though, don't expect the right to fucking fight things because they're little bitches.
My advice is if they lock us down, just don't comply and carry a gun on you. And if they start shit, just fucking gun them down.
That's the other thing. Don't fucking comply. All right. Have your friends over for look, I always go to a Japanese restaurant for Christmas Eve. That's what I do every year. I go with my dad and my closest friends. There's like 5 or 6 of us there. And it's actually, it started with just me and my dad. It's been slowly growing. That's my Christmas Eve dinner. That's my personal tradition. I do that every year. And you know what? If the restaurant's closed, we're all going to come and fuck over to my house and we're going to, I'm going to cook for everybody. But it's going to fucking happen one way or another. All right. I'm not going to, be there or be nowhere is what I've told all my friends. If you ain't showing up to the Christmas Eve dinner, you best be in the fucking grave. That all my friends know that. So yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man. Just don't fucking comply. And don't be like one of these assholes that doesn't wear a mask in a store and picks a fight with a minimum wage worker. That's not what I'm fucking talking about. But maybe you just be a little passive aggressive about it. Maybe you don't fucking wear your mask. And when they say, hey, you need a mask, I forgot, and you put it on, and then 10 seconds later you take it off. Maybe you do that.
Yeah, just get rid of these. I'm at the point where
keep your fucking head down, but at the same time, don't roll over and show your belly. That would be the kind of balance you got to do there. I'm not telling you to be fucking suicidal, but at a certain point, there has to be some point when you're willing to say, I've made my peace with God, let's dance. Yeah, that has to be something you're willing to do, and you got to figure out what is it that you're willing to do that over. But there's got to be something in this fucking world that you're willing to do that over. Otherwise, you're a slave.
All righty.
All right. Well, I got to go because I got to
take your time, man.
I got home from work like 10 minutes ago. Talk to you all later.
I got you, man. Good luck.
Later.
Oh yeah. I mean, honestly, he's right. He's right. We have to find a place to lay down not just lay down our arms, but essentially get ready to, where's our last stand going to be? And, 4chan's thinking to themselves, the destiny of the world's destiny is in the hands of drug addicts, alcoholics, gamblers, and hookers and degenerates, as it should be, according to the frickin' goddamn
Anonymous.
Australian. No, it's an Australian Anonymous. I think it's either New Zealand or Australia. I don't know my fucking flags very well.
Are they all anonymous?
They're all anonymous. I mean, they could always fake being a pirate. That's what I usually do on those freaking things. But
So anywho, on to Vaush.
On to Vaush. Yeah, let's hear what Vaushi has to say. Little commie pinko. Pink skin pinko, as I like to call him. Go on.
Victories. Ah!
Oh, he's laughing at
a trained attorney first rose to prominence.
Oh, he's reading an article from who's he reading an article from? That's Petty Victory. Someone from Forbes and Ben Shapiro. You are easily. Oh yeah. Ben Shapiro made a comment that says, as I also discussed on the show, my only real concern is that the women involved, who apparently require a quote bucket and a mop unquote, get the medical care they require. My doctor's wife's social discussions, behavioral blah blah blah, and then Vaush responds with, "You are easily the funniest right-wing pundit."
He is. I mean, he looks like a fucking serial killer.
Anyway, where were we?
He does. He has like the look of a man who's just gonna come up to you and just knife you in the like. He's a mass. Like he looks like one of those jihadis who's right about to go on a knifing rampage. Mm-hmm. He's gonna kill you for like looking at him wrong. He does have that look. He does. He really does. And again, I have nothing against Shapiro except the fact that he honestly won't talk about the Talmud, even though again, I've talked about the Talmud. I've had people on here talking about the Talmud, and honestly, based on what I've seen, it's nothing really to write home about. It's just basically a bunch of Jews talking about what is right, what is wrong, and they're using the Noahide laws and they're using the Ten Commandments and the laws of Moses to back their claim. It's basically a what-if scenarios and a bunch of crap like that. There's nothing there practically. But again, back to Vaush, back to Voosh, the mighty Voosh.
Blah 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 blah. Talking to his chat.
He's talking to his chat. Dude, honestly, at this point, I really want to just start. I want to just go after start. Carrying out a fucking blacklist and just saying, nope, sorry, goodbye, commie, goodbye, commie, goodbye, commie, goodbye, commie.
Sorry, we wanted to get the election results out, but our poll workers are fearing for their lives because there are Trump supporters with guns outside, so we're just going to chill for a bit. Can somebody explain to me why these people aren't being tear gassed?
Because happening.
Because we have gas masks, and you can try me, fat boy.
And seriously, I sincerely doubt that that's actually happening.
No, I'm just no. Again, he lives in a schizophrenic worldview. One that let's be frank, only people like Shoe on Head would fucking inhabit. They're mentally ill. They don't know what they're talking about, and they have paranoid delusions of grandeur. Like here's a perfect example. You want to know a litmus test we could use, Luke, to see if they're actually mentally ill?
What's that?
I'll show you. You gotta ask them. Is this guy white? You have to. That's what you have to do. You have to ask him this question: is this gentleman here?
Wait, Vaush or someone else?
Vaush. It doesn't matter. It could be a leftist. It could be an anarchist. It could be a communist. Is this man white? Put it on the screen. Those of you in the chat, is this man white? Not Vaush. The link I just sent you in the chat.
Where is this link going to?
Is this man white? Yes or no? Is this man white?
Yes.
Yes, that is the correct answer. They say anything else besides that? Fucking 5150 psychiatric evaluation, the motherfucker. Put him in a fucking Baker Act.
Let me see.
They're mentally ill. They don't know what they're talking about. They're having paranoid delusions about the world. They can't answer a simple fucking question.
But let me get this on for the audience so they can know what I'm talking about. So, ladies and gentlemen, look at this man. Is this man white?
Is he white? Again,
I say yes.
He is. Now, the question, is Lawrence Fishburne white? Is Lawrence Fishburne white?
Technically, no.
No, technically, no. He is not white. He's black. There's a difference between this gentleman here and Lawrence Fishburne. Lawrence Fishburne is black.
Oh, Lawrence Fishburne. Oh, yes, he's very black. Yes, Lawrence Fishburne is very black.
Morpheus. I was gonna say maybe.
I forgot. I didn't associate the name right away, but yeah, Lawrence Fishburne. He's really black.
Yeah, all you need to do to put someone on a fucking Baker Act is to say, hey, these people are mentally ill. They don't know what they're talking about. Put them in the fucking psych ward. And all you need to do is show them a picture of this guy and say, is this guy white? And they say no. Jail them. Throw them in the fucking psych ward. Throw them in the loony bin. We don't need a judge or jury. We just need to have a kid with common sense. Is this guy black? Is this guy white? There you go. Delusional sense of grandeur. Now let's talk about the patriarchy and gang stalking, right? You know what gang stalking is, right?
Gang stalking.
Gang stalking.
What about them?
Well, do you know how gang stalking and the patriarchy, how the feminists start running their mouth about how the patriarchy is going to get them, and how, you know, oh my God, the fascists, Donald Trump, oh my God, you know, that's the same behavior that we see in paranoid schizophrenics. And I think it's about time that we as a nation start cracking down. We don't need the law on our side. We just need the doctors who are going to put these people in their place, get them the proper help they need. I'm not saying we don't give them the right to vote. I'm simply saying we need to put them on the proper medications so they can have a healthy lifestyle, not have schizophrenic delusions, and get them the proper help they need. That's what we need to do. These people are degenerate. They are mentally ill, and they are ultimately going to be the death of our culture, our nation, and our people. Okay? And I am not one of the people who's an ethno-nationalist. I am not an ethno-nationalist. I think it's a stupid idea. I think that America was founded on values as opposed to just race. Yes, race had a part in it, but it didn't have anything to do with white race or black race or the Asians. It was a bit more complex. It was more of we're Anglo-Saxons and we like the Scots and we tolerate the Irish, but we don't like the Irish in general because they're fucking Catholics and
feminism is the answer. Even our most revered experts in human nature are saying as much.
Where's that?
And this is how it worked in the old Soviet Union. It is wise to consider that in the Solzhenitsyn era of gulags and iron-fisted reactions to political dissent, that most of the dissidents were imprisoned in mental health facilities, the logic being that if you disagreed with the state, there must be something wrong with your mind.
And now it's time we bring that back to the SJW, because let's be frank, they're not mentally healthy. We got to start fucking cracking down. Get these people to do a 5150 psychiatric evaluation. It's on it is called 5150. It's in California state law. What that does is you say this person is a danger to oneself and others. There's another thing called Baker Acting people. If you put them on a Baker Act, they have to prove their innocence, their sanity.
What is it? Oh, Baker Act. I see.
Yeah, that's how. Again, we're going nuclear now, right? So we have to go all the way, and that means again, their rights aren't being violated. You're just not mentally healthy enough to be in society. That's all it is. So yeah, again, Vouch, you're mentally ill. You need to get some help. We're going to get you the help you need, and you don't get to decide because you're not in the right state of mind to make the decisions for yourself. Simple as that. And I didn't want to have to crack this crap out, but at the end of the day, this is the nuclear option, and we have to just nuke these people from orbit. The commies don't understand anything else but fucking violence. And these people are, crybullies. They're the type of people who will say, go ahead, shoot me. And I have a gun to their head. And I'm like, okay, I'll shoot you. And I shoot him in the fucking kneecap. And they're like, oh, you didn't shoot me in the head, you pussy. I'm like, I just shot you in the fucking kneecap, boy. What the fuck are you doing? These people aren't. Yeah.
Off topic, but I found a clip for Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, post it.
Spider-Man is the Ben Shapiro of superhero games, shorter than a list of Movie Bob's favorite vegetables, with witticisms credited to just one man, but in fact crafted by a team of thousands. I see you, Ben. Color.
I see you, little man. Yeah. But let me see what else we got here. So let's see if I got mine. Because again, I've been up for way too fucking long, honestly. And it's getting bad, man. It's getting bad. But yeah, James O'Keefe is investigating actual, journalistic. He's investigating journalism. He's investigating this whole debacle with the election. He's looking into it. I trust Trump's going to win. And I'm not lying down. If I have to go into woods and start doing guerrilla warfare, I'll fucking do it. I'm done with this shit. I'm done. Granted, that doesn't mean I'm going to start blowing shit up. I'm not one of those type of people. But one of the things I wanted to show you, this is from the Sunrise Movement. Do you know anything about the Sunrise Movement, Luke?
I can't recall. What are they?
Okay, so one of the things I shared with, I think I shared this with a few gentlemen on my not YouTube, or was it not? It wasn't YouTube. It was from. Here you go. I'll send you a link. Here you go, and link will be in the description as well. I'm going to put in the chat for those of you who are here. This is from BitChute, and this is what they were planning before the election. before that they supposedly won. Which, again, I'm just gonna say it, they did not win. They did not win. We know they didn't win, and we're not going to acknowledge them if they win or not.
Nope.
We're just going to say, nope, sorry, you're a commie. Go home. Get killed, communist. Die in a fire, commie.
In, but I think it's a good time to get started. I really want to hear from Shut It Down DC about this. Do we have any plans for how to respond if there's a coup?
Yeah, we have been in discussion for a couple months about how to respond to different contested election
This
scenarios.
is the liberals talking.
First step
but keep going.
is that we think that we need to start the post-election phase in the streets. So we're inviting people to come to BLM Plaza anytime after 4 p.m. on election night. On the 5th, we're going to shut down the White House. On the 6th, we're going to shut down larger parts of Washington, D.C. And then the following week, like all the mainstream groups are going to come to DC and try to have a march on the 7th. So that's a Saturday, and we'll see how that goes. But then the following week, Congress is planning on coming to town and passing laws again and like having business as usual. And we're saying if we're in a coup, there's no time for business as usual. Members of Congress that are coming in, we're going to meet them at the airports or at Union Station and send them back to where they came from until we deal with the situation that we're in. If enough of them get in and we need to go to Capitol Hill that week, we'll do that too.
I heard someone in the chat talking about revolution time. And so I encourage, for all of us to be fighting for revolution before today, tomorrow.
And for the record, the woman speaking of this, she looks like diabetes.
Yeah. She's a fucking black chick who's probably going to lose her leg in the next couple of years because of medical diabetes complications.
It's amazing she's so round. She's an Afrocentric version of the Pillsbury Doughboy.
That or some sort of like goddess statue that you find. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
They were not this round, to be fair.
I'm just saying, these people are
afterwards. We're facing an administration and a potential coup and a potential insurrection.
And who is this? Lisa Fitherin, Shelter Turtleland, whatever this is.
I'm honestly disgusted by this because let's be frank, everything that these motherfucking people have, these motherfuckers, these commie motherfuckers, they have access to the media. They have access to the election. I mean, it got to the point where like Matt Walsh, see if I can find a picture.
I mean, these people were in front of a fire saying, "Oh, this is mostly peaceful protests." Like, what was that scene from Naked Gun? Nothing to see here.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, man. But again, earlier, Matt Walsh, they were censoring the shit out of this guy. They were making it like, let's see if I can find a clip of it. Here we go. I'll send this to you.
Efforts to criminalize it are going to be even greater. Understanding that everything that we're doing now in this moment is laying the groundwork.
I can't remember, like, I remember this a fictional cartoon about a scenario about questioning who you're going to side with, people who law and order or people who are willing to do anything in order to win.
Who won? Well, how'd that play out?
Like, how's that war going to work out? Like, I mean, if you think about the American Revolution, the British were maintaining themselves on their arrangements of how to engage with the enemy, and the Americans were taking whatever opportunity they could to win.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I honestly think I'm going to go down swinging, because at this point, I do not trust these cooking commies. I'm going to start attacking them. I'm done with this shit. I am fucking done. I remember there was some commie hobo, and yeah, he was a hobo, but he had pink hair. And he was a hobo. And it was bright pink hair, bright pink hair, but it was faded, let's say. He called me a fascist, and let's just say next time I see him, I'm gonna get him. I'm done with this shit. I am done. But this is an example of what they're doing. This is from a screen cap of Matt Walsh's of his Twitter feed. This was almost 7 a.m. Today. It says some or all of the content shared in this tweet is disputed and might be misleading about election or other civic process, as if Twitter has the right to fucking tell us what is right and wrong, like they're our fucking PO or something. Honestly, I'm surprised we haven't gone after Jack Dorsey and just beat the living daylights out of the little fucking man. He's a midget too. You know that, right? He's a little midget. You could tell by the body structure that motherfucker's a midget. So there's that. And then, of course, I honestly think a lot of these conservative pundits, like I know roaming millennial Lauren Chen, she fucking is black-pilled as fuck right now. So if anyone wants to get a chance at that ass, you can go do it. You can go do it. Women put out when they're fucking down on their luck. I'm just saying. Ooh, okay. So 40 seconds ago, potentially deadly weapons seized by law enforcement at Antifa's March of Terror riots in downtown Portland.
At this point, I kind of wish, but I'm in this conflicted position where I'm the idealistic revolutionary that the right wanted me to, like the internet right wanted me to be, but I'm so hesitant. I mean, maybe Beckloff had that point where he says like people on the right are more natural authoritarian, like more bootlickers, if you will. But I kind of want this next line to happen if it'll play.
What is left are state governments that have secured for themselves sovereignty and a president now unencumbered by Senate or judges. And we have a word for a president who is unencumbered by a Senate or judges, and that word is an emperor. Donald Trump, first emperor of the United States.
All hail Emperor Washington. No, legitimately.
But as egotistic as Trump is, even he can't do that.
Honestly, he might be like Marcus Aurelius. Who knows? But for what I could gather from what was taken from these fucking Antifa cockroaches, they have they had Saturn missile batteries, which is apparently a firework. They have a flare. They have a cherry bomb. They have a bunch of Bic lighters and some firecrackers. Nothing too dangerous. Yeah, the M80s can damage your psyche if they hit you properly. But keep in mind, we're dealing with people who don't even know what cooking a grenade is. So they're just going to toss the grenade and let go down. So they have not unlocked that skill in their skill set yet. They haven't invested in that perk of cooking the grenade.
Let's take a look and see here.
Let's take a look at that. And of course, Cernovich is being a total piece of shit because, let's be frank, once you do drugs, you never come back from that shit.
I mean, hasn't he been for a while?
He's been doing a lot of drugs as of late, and all that ayahuasca peyote crap. And of course, there's this fucking slut. Oh god. Again, another example of why Padites do not belong in the West. They don't belong here. So this is a young woman was arrested after she spat in an officer's face after screaming "Fuck you, fascist!" tonight at the West Village. So yeah, this is happening in the West Village right here. Not this picture, but the picture up here.
I'll play the audio for everyone.
Yeah.
Fuck you, fascist! Fuck you, fascist!
Fuck you, subhuman.
Oh, she did. Oh, she did. Oh, she walked into that one. She spit at him. Oh yeah, they can provocate that.
Yeah, yes, they can. They can, dude. It's fucking badass.
You do not mess with cops like that ever.
I'm siding with the police in this one. The problem here is the police are not going to back us in the revolution. They're not going to do it.
Yeah, just don't
I'm
get
at the point
involved.
of just becoming a vigilante at this point.
Yeah, don't get involved with them. Don't get involved. Don't get involved. Don't get into conflict, but make sure the other person throws for punches first and they see it.
Yep. You know what you might have to do is buy a bunch of Axon 2 and 3s.
And here we go. They're on the verge of win. Nothing pleases these people. Honestly, nothing pleases these people.
Yep.
Basically, we're looking at a restaurant that's been smashed in by Antifa because of restaurants have been hit hard by both COVID restrictions and months of riots in Portland. The Love Rita restaurant was smashed up by Antifa tonight. How long has these protests been going on for? Near 150 days? How long? 200 days?
It's been good, dude. The fun never ends, don't you know? This is the ride that never ends. It just keeps going on and on, my friend.
And there are people who actually want to vote for this. Voter fraud aside, some people were okay with this because Orange Man bad.
Yeah. For those of you that. There you go. Send you right there. This is from the Daily Caller. No borders, no walls.
Oh yeah. If I can share a moment about what was on about voting in Arizona, not voter fraud, but on the ballot, I was asked about whether to increase property taxes and decide where property taxes go. But I don't pay property taxes. Why am I being asked to do this? This is crazy.
Yeah, I know. So Trump supporters, stop the vote. Also, Trump supporters, count the vote. honestly, let me just say this: we got to wipe out the left.
And we have to daily caller: no borders, no walls, no USA at all. Let's see: death to fascism and the liberalism that enables it. Huh? Yeah, you're on with us or against us, my friends, because that always ends well. And Waldo's walking next to them.
The only cure for a fucking communist is 45 brave surgery. That's the only cure for these fuckers. I'm serious. Like, it's getting to the point where these people need to be fucking put down.
Oh, look, look, Waldo's walking with them. Look,
Waldo?
Look on the side, like Waldo on a bicycle.
Oh my god, Waldo!
I finally found him.
We found you, you fucking turncoat. Holy shit. Well, at least we know where Waldo is now. Fuck. And this is continued chaos in downtown Portland, because let's be frank, this is the fun part. Luke, do you have any way of actually displaying some video? I want to show this.
Unfortunately, no. It just collapsed halfway through. I need to keep a window open or something next time. Like, so either I need to update the window or I need to play it. But I'll take a picture of it and show post what we're doing.
There you go. Because there's a lot of police just. I'm surprised Andy No hasn't been fucking killed yet.
Let's see.
And then, of course, it's caught on live TV. Retweet before they hide it again. And this is another clip of the fucking bastards changing the freaking votes.
Okay. Wait, is this Portland and Antifa riots?
This is the Portland Antifa riot.
Okay, so
they're going crazy. They're doing a fucking second round.
Let's see. A bunch of crowd walking along, and then all of a sudden, people rushing to a small spot. Police are going. Oh, shaking the camera.
And then this is insane. Look at this. This is from another one from Andy Now. You can get a screen cap of this one.
There's chaos. I can't really see what's going on here.
Yeah, well, let me just say this. Look at the freaking Antifa. They're taking selfies in front of the fucking flag burning. Like, do these people not understand that no one gives a fuck about their selfies? They're not going to end up in a history book. There's not going to be a reason for you to. I mean, none of them are going to be in the history books. You have to understand this. If they are in the history books, it's going to be like the guy who I think it was at it was Penn State or whatever, when the U.S. National Guard, I think, killed all the hippies during that time, and like it was like all the flower, like they were putting flower petals in the freaking guns and shit.
But first, let me take a selfie.
All right, any white pills today? Well, let me just say this: a lot of people not standing down. We're not standing down. A lot of people, Christian, are not standing down. We're not going to take this line down. But Beckloff, and unfortunately, he is correct.
Yeah, 5 years ago, 5 years ago, someone made a political ad for Trump, and it was Twisted Sisters, where we're not going to take it anymore.
Yeah, and that is.
And the lyric. I have to get the lyrics now. I have to play this, or get them, I won't play it, but I'll get them out. If you have any more pictures, please.
Yep. There's something I want to play. This is from Michelle Malkin. Disrespectful bitches. Listen to the yammer in yellow at the end of the video. She seriously needs a Filipina mom wielding a large, I don't know how to pronounce it, Tazinias, to put on her place. I guess it's like a switch, I guess. I don't know.
Here it is. Oh, you're so condescending. Your gall is never ending. We don't want nothing, not nothing from you. Your life is trite and jaded, boring and confiscated. If that's your best won't do.
Oh boy, that ain't good. Armed with prayers, yes. Yeah, people. Yeah, there are a bunch of people here in downtown Maricopa County, Arizona. Speaking of which, anything in your neck of the woods, Luke?
Oh, it's the middle of Arizona. Nothing's real. There's nothing much. I mean, I haven't really been outside today, but I mean, people are just carrying on as normal. I mean, there's no sense of concern or worry just yet. I mean, I don't socialize much, so I can't say for certain.
National Guard, 4 minutes ago. National Guard was activated for the first time tonight in Portland at Antifa riot. In the last 6 months of rioting, the governor refused to bring in the National Guard. So this is the first time they actually get to see the shit kick off.
Oh, here we go.
You guys should be getting more hawks. You could encourage people to go vote. Or you could shut the fuck up. You know what? First Amendment rights, very important to me. Oh, that sucks. And I haven't yelled at all at you girls. I don't give a fuck. I respect what you do, but be nicer. No. Be nicer. No. He can be as big as he fucking wants.
fucking cum guzzling slut.
Get the fuck away from us then. You guys walk towards us and you guys
were way down there.
I didn't
You
know.
guys were way down there.
Jesus said he wanted to say something to me. He asked me if I wanted to hold his flag and I said, yeah, I'll be more than happy to take it and burn it. You're like, bro.
And you have that right. You do.
And you should shut up. Shut up. No one's talking.
All right, you know what? I got a white belt for you, Christian. Before the lockdowns hit, mark my words when I tell you this. We are going to see a mass exodus out of California and these blue states. We're going to see a mass exodus, and there are going to be people saying, you can't come here. I'm going to have to go over to Arizona when this happens. I'm going to have to get the fuck out of California. And yeah, don't worry, Arizonans, I'm on your side. I'm probably gonna have to buy some freaking cowboy boots.
Don't worry, I'll put him through the rite of passage. He'll survive. I'll make him survive at Arizona summer.
Dude, no, dude, bro. Heat doesn't affect me. I really like when I went out there when I was doing my autonomous vehicle testing and shit like that for a company I cannot disclose information about. I went out there and I will tell you that these motherfuckers. It wasn't that hot. Like people were like complaining, "Oh my God, you're making him walk around, by himself, all alone." I'm like, no. I like walking at night. I walk 10 miles a day. I haven't been doing it as of late because of all the crazy shit that's been going on. But I do 10 miles every day.
So yeah. Did the governor actually call in the National Guard?
They called in the National Guard just now in Portland. So this is how bad it's gone.
Finally.
Arizona summers are easy. Arizona summers are easy. Texas summers are hell. I'd imagine it's because of humidity, right, Christian? Mm-hmm. I'd imagine it is. But I'll tell you this: I'm not giving up my guns. I'm not giving not giving up any of my fucking guns, dude.
I like the comments. Biden flipped the script. Payback time. Well, at least they can't blame this on Trump.
Dude, they're gonna try to. I guarantee you, there's gonna be a bunch of these SJWs who are going to try to rape some of these Trump women. I have a fucking feeling that there are going to be a lot of these perverts running around trying to rape our women, and I'm not going to let that fucking shit happen.
Thank goodness they're armed.
Not yet. And I don't applaud them.
Why wouldn't they be armed? They're Trump women.
Oh, they're armed. Oh, yeah, dude, yeah, they're armed probably. But even then, let me just say this. Give me 1 second. USCCA. I'm gonna shill this. They're not sponsored. I didn't sponsor them. I didn't sponsor them. They didn't sponsor me. USCCA. This is basically concealed carry insurance. I would highly recommend people buy the platinum version of it if you can afford it. Because let me just say this: Machiavelli once said, "Get it in writing because you can't trust anybody." At this point, you can't just rely on defending yourself physically. You have to defend yourself legally. Mm-hmm. So USCCA is something that I would recommend. I've gotten it, and I'm a subscriber now. I'm gonna be using it for some time because I'll tell you this: if I shoot someone and defend my house, like Castle Doctrine style stuff, I'm immediately gonna be kicked out of my apartment because I've already spoken to the landlord. He says we can't let you be here. You're too close to other people, and all this other shit. I'm gonna have to leave at that point, and I'm willing to leave. I'm willing to take I'll take out my fucking, vacation time to go all the way over to fucking Arizona, and I'll take my computer because thank God I can work remotely. Because let me just say this: the one benefit we have because of these lockdowns is the fact that we're going to be able to travel and do things remotely. So that's one thing I could definitely say for certain that I'm happy about. And I earn enough money so I could pay off my rent, keep my apartment in case I could come back to America. Come back to America. Yeah, we're leaving. We're going to a foreign country. Yeah, that's pretty much what's going to happen. Or rather, the foreign country is coming to us. So USCCA, highly recommend people purchase that if they are a gun owner, if they're going to defend themselves. They teach you how to defend yourself, what to say when the police arrives, and a bunch of other junk that's pretty useful for diplomatic solutions. Keep in mind, you don't fight the police. Submit to the police. Submit when the police come, except when they start trying to take your guns and doing stuff that you damn well know is unconstitutional. At that point, just get it on camera, upload that shit, and just expose the police for the fucking Schweinhunds of the state that they are. And yeah, I'm going to use Schweinhund because, let's be frank, they're going to call me a Nazi anyhow.
Oh yeah, I have a. If I can find the good quote from Christopher Cantwell before he went insane, had a good point about this.
Okay, play Christopher Cantwell.
See if I can play.
If some police, short of punching one in the face, of course. After fighting with the officer in the car, Sandra steps out and begins recording. There are two major problems here. One, actual police accountability work entails getting the entire interaction on camera, not waiting until you've already fought the police and then trying to make them look like completely unprovoked lunatics after the fact. Two, you have a legal right to record police just like you have the right to film us. You have no legal right to do either after you're under arrest. Trying to continue recording while police put handcuffs on you is not going to turn out well. Sandra's continued struggle. I carry a gun, ladies and gentlemen. I do not believe the police have any special authority over me to tell me to do anything that any other idiot doesn't. But you better believe if I hear a cop say, drop the weapon, my weapon is getting dropped if I hope to make it home alive.
Yeah. Look out, he's got a chainsaw. Oh my God. You know, that's the type of people they are. Cops are histrionic. They are fucking. They're again. I'm gonna say what they are. They're fucking histrionic, and because they have to be. Because what if is basically the tagline of their fucking job. What if the guy pulls a gun? What if the guy pulls a knife? They have to live with the consequences or die by those consequences. Here's some more clips of people in Portland.
Some images of Portland.
Some images, yeah. I'm getting images now.
The creativity of these people is so astonishing.
They even have a little satanic. I guess that would be a Goat of Mendez mask, like a rebreather mask. I guess.
666 and all that jazz.
Dude, these people don't like. Again, for those of you who are new to this channel, I'd like to let you know that I do believe that there is a satanic connection to white nationalism, and I have made I've made a good attempt for someone who's better off than I am to go out and look into this stuff, like Andy No or not Susan Wojcicki, what the hell's his name, Milo Yiannopoulos or what have you. There's evidence to suggest that there is a cabal of satanic white nationalists within the current white nationalists.
In fact, as you've illustrated, white nationalism exists in America because of them.
Yeah, exactly. Because these people have basically started. They started this shit in the 1980s, and they're continuing on with it. And it's very, very weird. I mean, we have people from New Zealand, people from the UK, people from the United States, all of them connections to white nationalism, or as we call them, white advocacy groups, whatever you want to call them. I don't really care. I'm just gonna call them white nationalists. They may be white supremacists. I don't care. We're calling them white nationalists. And there's a connection to Levian Satanism, which again, if you read their material, it's very, very much sounds like might is right, but at the same time, it's Ayn Rand with, magical powers and stuff. So you'd think these people would be against that shit, but for whatever fucking reason, they're not. So I'd recommend people look into that. Also, Christian says, also, do you have any faith in the legal proceedings swinging towards Trump? I do. If they won, why are they rioting? Because they like to do a victory lap. That's the question right now at this point.
Razor Fist had a tweet. The weather's beautiful outside the Maricopa County Recorder's office. A fellow could camp there this time of year for weeks in a tent and barely need a sweater. I'm just saying.
What in the nine houses going on, he says. Screenshot taken now at 10:40 p.m. Arizona time, 12:40 Eastern time. Trump is winning Michigan. CNN is lying through their teeth. What the fuck is going on here?
Oh, what's this?
This is from Laser Fist, and this is from somebody using the Brave browser, which, by the way, use the Brave browser. I'm currently using the fucking Chrome because Chrome is what we use, and at the same time, it just works, bro. But if you can use Brave whenever you can. I use it on my mobile device all the time. So apparently Trump has already won Michigan. I really honestly think that this is an example of the Luden press. And I'm going to start piss off Antifa. I'm going to start speaking as a German accent. It's an example of the Luden press. The Leiden press. Anyhow.
What is this? 10:40 20 wait, was this 10:40 yesterday or 10:40 taken now at 10:40 p.m. Arizona? Wait, was this today?
This was today, yeah.
No. What? Really?
These people are lying to us. Dude, we are so fucked.
Of course they're lying to us. Of course. Why didn't I just say that before? Of course they're lying to us.
They're lying to us, yeah. They're lying to us.
Honestly, I know we always hint at the idea, but seriously, Trump has to smash down on the press and big tech, because after his election, he'll have no more Fs to give. He'll have no more re-elections, no more nonsense. Just get America back on track, man.
Honestly, dude, it's all quiet over here on the Western Front. We're not hearing a single fucking thing. Arizona's lighting up like a fucking a Roman candle, but here there's nothing here. All's quiet on the Western Front. Michigan is Christian says Michigan is very sloppy with their attempts or God forbid their success to steal. Yeah, dude, we've covered some of that right now in the last prior events. I mean, I re-upload one of James O'Keefe Project Veritas's videos, and again, I do that not because I want views, because I want to do it.
This is going on now. If this is going on now, I should check this out.
What's up? Play it.
It says 1 hour ago, hearing word of a peaceful protest and prayer gathering outside the Maricopa County Elections Office. Oh, this is nearby. I should check this out.
CNN, armed madmen are outside the election office threatening to start civil war. The madmen outside praying.
Oh, that's what the Vouchers were complaining about.
Yeah, Vouch is being a fucking cockroach. He's a fucking cockroach, and we all know he's a fucking cockroach. The piece, I swear to God, he had, what is the German word for wanting to punch someone has a punchable face? I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it was Matt who was talking about that. I don't fucking know. I'll see if I can get other people on, because if you want to join in, you can join in. Let me get a shareable link. I'm going to see if I can get Brother John on. I want to hear what Brother John has to say. And Brother John's a great friend of the show. He is a badass, and he is an expert on borderline personality disorder, narcissistic personality disorder, and magic. He's a very good magician. He's like the wizard of Rochdale. See if he wants in, and if he doesn't want in, I can get somebody else in, maybe Matt. Well, Matt's already has the data. He can already jump in. Other than that, we're pretty much done. I mean, there's not much else to say, but as things play out, but I'll be honest with you, I'll go as long as you guys want me to be, because I'll tell you this, this is the time to start building your YouTube channel. Oh, Brendan, how are you? Maybe it's me reading too much into it, but what's going on now, and possibly being a little black-pilled, but it feels like it's ominous tonight. Yeah, dude, it is. And I'm staying up as long as I can. I'm staying up all night tonight if I have to.
This sound is outside of Phoenix right here. I have to go down there.
I won't stop you.
It's an unofficial Trump rally.
Okay, well, you know what, Luke?
But if you want to keep, I'll keep going with you though, because I'm your feed. Because if I leave, I can't leave.
I know. Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, but at the same time, if you're going down there, you're going with a fucking. Do you have a holster for your firearm?
I don't have a open carry permit.
Do you need an open carry permit in freaking Arizona? I thought it was constitutional carry.
I think I might. I have to double check that. But it seems like a very nice crowd.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, you got to be careful.
I know.
And have you trained with it? Because I don't want you to killing yourself.
I'm not
shooting yourself.
I won't shoot anybody. I'm not psychotic.
I said shoot yourself. It's you I'm worried about. Because keep in mind, I mean, I got my gun here and it's unloaded. Okay, as much as I like to rack the slide, it's unloaded. I'm not gonna freaking have a freaking loaded magazine, let alone the loaded one in the chamber. Not until I hear someone knock on my fucking door, then I'll fucking rack the fucker up. But yeah, it's getting bad out there, man. And
I don't know about you, but I'm optimistic. I'm not optimistic again.
You're not optimistic?
No, I am optimistic again.
I'm optimistic as well, but I'll tell you this, like Brendan said, it's ominous as fuck tonight. And I guarantee you, if they cut the power, like, let me just say this. I have backups, like my phone, if my phone dies, or like the EMPS or something, because I'll be frank, I wouldn't be surprised if any foreign power starts trying to invade us right now. Brendan also says, Luke, no, you don't. I'm 99% sure Arizona is an open carry stage. He says state, I guess. You don't need a permit for CC for concealed carry. I'm 99% sure about that. I think he might need a permit for CCW, like a concealed carry weapon. But I think open carry, which I would recommend him do. Like, do you have a rifle, Luke?
Yes.
What type of rifle?
Unfortunately, I don't have a holster.
A rifle?
Oh no, my gun.
Oh, I was gonna say, do you have a rifle?
No.
Okay. You might want again. I'm going to say it right now, guys.
You keep advising me. You keep advising me, but yeah, I still have to because because recently I was trying to find a local store and all they had were hunting rifles.
Dude, a gun is a fucking gun, and I'll tell you this: given the fact that all the hunting rifles, they'll work, dude. They'll work. Over here in California, we have like 10-round magazines and that's it for guns. And there's an ammo shortage when it comes to 9mm. So that's hence why I have the 45. But at the same time, you're lucky. You're not in California. You have options. You can get PMags. You can get fucking 30-round standard capacity magazines. I don't want to say drum mags. You can get drum mags as well.
This was Arizona about an hour ago. Oh,
yeah, dude.
An unofficial Trump rally. Hoo-hoo.
Yeah, you're going to have to go to that. And, if you're there, fucking record that shit, live stream that shit. Do it. Just upload it on your fucking channel. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fucking interesting.
My people.
Your people. Yep. So Liberty Hangout saying abolish the post office, which honestly, dude, she doesn't know about what's happened in, I think it was Bloomington, California, where we started seeing FedEx take away people's they were confiscating people's guns. People were missing ammunition, and there's one guy lost his AK, his West German AK from Bloomington FedEx. It was lost in the mail. So they found the AK, but to understand how dangerous this shit is going, I honestly think that I believe that the left right now is not working class, but they have people who are in working class environments that can honestly come into these places and change a few things around. Because I don't know. I mean, like Brendan said, it's ominous tonight. Brendan also says, take a quick look at online, and I'm pretty sure Arizona has no permit laws for concealed carry and open carry. I'm pretty sure they don't, because I'll tell you, I'd rather go to Arizona than Texas, simply because Arizona it's known for its gun laws. It is very gun friendly. I want to go because I get to have my freaking I can make a good a pistol caliber carbine. What the hell is it called? I can convert my M1 carbine into a sporterized version, with a pistol grip and a folding stock and a bunch of other cool gizmos that I can't have here. Christian says Arizona is open or concealed carry both without permit, and Arizona is only for traveling to other states. Okay, so basically you're somebody who can get an Arizona permit and come to, let's say, Utah, and they'd recognize it. Which again, apparently that was one of the things that California was going to look into, seeing if you can get an Arizona permit, so you could transcend or go bypass the crap CCW laws here in California. And I'll tell you, we do have bad CCW laws. If you look up, let's see if I can find it here for those of you who are at home. Santa Clara County. Santa Clara. CCW lawsuit. Here we go. So one of the things you guys are going to realize about this is that there's actually a bribery scam going on. This is some old news, but it is relevant to some of more liberal-minded viewers. Some of the more liberal-minded viewers, this is an example of clear governmental corruption. And when people talk about corruption in the government, this is an example of it. I'm going to read this off to you. Bribery scandal over concealed carry weapon licenses rocks Santa Clara County Sheriff's Office. Now, this woman in particular, the Santa Clara County Sheriff, she was making it so that unless you donate like $10,000 or so to her reelection campaign, she is less likely to give you access to a concealed carry permit. And again, they actually had a statistic about it, showing people how many people gave her money, how much do they give. If it's upwards of $10,000 or so for her reelection, then she gives you the concealed carry permit. This is oligarchy right here. This is not like this is not like a tyranny or what have you. It is tyranny, but it's more like a fucking Eastern Bloc country. I should get Lucian on and say, hey, Lucian, you want to be on here? Talk about fucking crazy shit. Oh, you're not talking about Romania anymore. You're talking about frickin' California, huh?
Let's see, who are these guys? Sheriff Officers Captain James Jensen, author Christopher Trum, and Herb Paul Nepale of the business owner Michael Nogas were charged with conspiring in the CEO in the middle of the Avengers company, blah, 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 offer a $9,000 bribe to obtain a concealed carry firearm permit for the company's exclusive protection agents.
Yeah. Yep. Again, this is unethical. This is fucking highly unethical. This is like a clear violation of the Second Amendment. Because here's the thing. A lot of us now are going to be wanting to protect ourselves. A lot of women, God bless them. They want to get guns to protect themselves in case some fucking pedo, and yes, there are Antifa pedos out there who want to come and fuck them and fuck their kids. This helps protect you. Conan, of many things in the world you can trust, there are many things you cannot trust. Men, beasts, this you can trust. Anyhow, I'm done playing Warlord for today. So I'll keep, I'm going to keep going as long as I can, guys. This is going to be one of those podcasts because I'll be frank with you. People went to sleep. They wanted to sleep on this shit. And it still isn't, like, people were expecting this to be over. So according to Michelle Malkin 3 minutes ago, exporting result delays. It's always been something new. Maricopa County results release pushed back to 11:30 p.m. Mountain Time. So I guess that means in like 30 minutes or so, you guys are going to get your results. Razorfist says in 4 minutes. Does anyone have I'll do his voice. Does anyone with a brain believe these two things are true? A, Trump polled a record number of black and Hispanic voters. B, Joe fucking Biden received a higher percentage of the black vote than in Michigan than Barack Obama. Anyone at all? He's fucking losing it, man. I hate to be the guy who says this, but Razor Fist, he's right in that regard. Yeah, Cyberpunk is coming IRL. To be honest with you, Brendan, actually, I was talking with Wolfwind Prepper. He's another friend of the show. We have a very good stream with him called Prepping with the Wolfman. Go look that one up if you want. Sorry if I'm shilling all the time, but I gotta keep up the pace, because you gotta strike when the iron's hot. I told him that I think that we're not going to have Cyberpunk so much as we're going to have a situation in which the country is going to become like the universe of Firefly. How we have all the outer planet or the inner planets basically controlled by the Federation, and then all the outer planets are going to be like a frontier Western type of worlds. So there's going to be like a roughneck kind of world, or a redneck world, or something like that. I think that's what it's going to be. I think that places like Arizona are going to be a battleground. Period. Because let's be frank here, once you get Californicated, you're not gonna go back from that, except for the people who actually are trying to leave and not trying to pervert the state to be like the way they want it to be. Don't vote for the same policies. And the problem, and this is the reason why I honestly thought that California was going to go red, and I do believe California is red right now, because if there's any validity to the information about the Sharpie, I actually voted with the Sharpie before, so I don't know how. I don't know if that's going to continue or if that's not going to continue. I don't know, but I believe California will turn red. I believe that eventually it will, whether it be because the whole place just becomes a hellhole to live, or because all the rich blue state people left to leave us to die here. But I'll tell you, I tried to get out of California before. I've tried very, very hard to leave, but the problem here, and again, I don't blame the employer for this. I tried to get out of California, and no one wants to hire me. No one wants to take the time. They'd rather just hire somebody who's native to that area. So, the whole digital nomad thing, that doesn't exist, except maybe in this one time when there's going to be a lockdown. What's up? Play it.
And expressed
Can I just finish it and then reply?
They expressed their will by their extraordinary participation in a protest movement that began in the late 1950s and didn't end until the 1960s. Intellectuals were not in that protest movement.
You want me to answer? Or you want to keep
People were
going?
in that protest.
You want me to answer?
I finished.
Good.
Black people have never supported, for example, affirmative action, quotas, anything of that sort. Wherever polls have been taking a black opinion on such matters of should people be paid equally or should there be this or that, black people have never taken a position that you describe. So it is not a question of what black people chose to do. It's what you choose to put in the mouths of black people. It's what you choose to project. It is not what any black people have ever said anywhere that you can put your finger on.
You choose to put into the mouth of the pollsters, as far as I can see.
I
Look at the leadership of the black community.
Like most people, I have never seen a pollster.
Well, I hate to say it, but the pollsters don't exist, and they should. If they do, they should be fired.
Yes, because that is one thing that's true. No matter who wins, the pollsters have lost big time on this election again.
And of course, Antifa has regathered in front of the Justice Center in downtown Portland tonight. They have started a fire.
Oh no! Oh dear! What have they done now? Oh boy.
Well, this is from little faggot Andy. And he's gonna let's see what he has to say. I mean, it just looks like a gathering of thugs.
Oh, is that glow in the back? I see trees. Is that glow in the background from the fire or no?
That's the fire. I guess that's the fire, man.
It's their it's like a sort of stupid dumpster fire or something. Yep, there's the fire. Oh, gotta it's to compensate for the lack of warmth in their souls.
Brendan also says, I'm surprised state secession has not been said lately. Yeah, dude, I'm surprised there hasn't been secession either. But I really do believe secession might happen.
Well, that won't happen until later.
That'll happen once Trump actually does win, and then Biden says, fuck you, I'm going to go over to Germany, and I'm going to rule from afar until we can fight the good fight and, take over everything.
Well, here's a good. I knew right-wingers were coordinating in Portland. Here's the proof. It's 63 degrees outside, so I don't think the fire is meant to keep them warm.
Yeah, it's unfucking believable what these people have done, and I'm just really, really upset that I'm seeing this within my lifetime. I'm having like my little Frodo Baggins moment where I'm like, I wish the ring never came to me. Like that type of shit.
So do all who live to see such times, but that is not for them to decide. All you can do is decide what to do with the time that is given to you.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm gonna have to just get the hell out of California. If it gets to the point where they're gonna announce a lockdown within 72 hours, I'm leaving. I'm gonna tell my boss, I have friends and family within Arizona. I plan to go there. I'm gonna take all my gear. I'm gonna pay my rent. I could pay it. I don't have to fucking pay my rent. The cool thing about this whole lockdown is it's enabled me to I'll answer your question in a second, Brandon. Just give me a second. It's enabled me to be able to pay my rent through the phone. I could pay it through the phone. I could pay all my bills. I don't actually have to physically go anywhere. So I could pay it all over the internet and over the phone. So I could do it remotely. I could keep all my stuff here, pay the rent, and at the same time pay Luke's rent as well, because I'd make enough money, hopefully. So, Brendan, what is your question?
Let's see. A man stands guard with weapons in hand outside the Under You for Men gay men's underwear store. Businesses were targeted by Antifa tonight in their march. Even the gay stores are not safe from Antifa.
Honestly, dude,
they're more bigger. Good grief, they're more anti-gay than me. Oh shit! It's amazing. These people outdid the religious right at their peak. It's amazing.
It is. It really, honestly is. And people are starting to wind down now. They're starting to go to sleep. It's just such bullshit. And I'm waiting for Trump to make a fucking reply. Let's see if there's anything on YouTube.
Let's see if his Twitter hasn't been banned yet.
Has his Twitter been banned?
Let's see, Trump.
Because if it's been banned, we all know shit is going to go down. So let's see. Brendan, here's Brendan's question. I had plans in the works, but current events have me thinking that one should hunker down with family due to uncertainty. Should I? Yes. I don't have anybody. I literally am going to be by myself. I have my godparents, but even then, the godparents are probably going to be more of a problem for me, at least, because they're lawful stupid. They're good Catholics. And I mean, I'll give you an example of the type of people they are. So I was talking to him because, again, one of the reasons I became a Catholic was to find a wife. Okay, that is one of the reasons why I became. I hate to be the guy who says this, but I'm not a total degenerate, but I definitely became a Catholic specifically to find a wife. Granted, there are certain things that I don't agree with in the Catholic Church. Like, I don't think the Pope right now is being a good Pope, at least by the standards of today. Let's see if I can get this fucking thing. Anyhow, let's see. So, okay, what were we talking about? Should use bunker down. Oh yeah, I was gonna say the thing that they didn't understand. So I was telling them about how I wanted to be a not even Catholic. I wanted to be a I wanted to meet some chicks, and they got really offended by me saying the word chicks because they thought it was degrading towards women or some shit like that. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about?
What would imagine what would happen if you called them broads?
Yeah, that's what I said. I said I can understand if I called them broads, but come on, man, this is insane. Fucking, I don't know. All I know
let's
is
see. Trump's last tweet was just 6 hours ago, and showing up them boring up the ballot building.
The ballot building?
Jesus. Oh, in Detroit, how they're putting up the blocking the windows so no one can see it.
Well, let me say this: what you should do, Brendan. You should probably prepare. And if you need a bunker down, like I bought a bunch of security stuff. I'm a first-time gun buyer doing this whole fucking pandemic. I have 3. Okay, so I diversified. And when this pandemic kicked off, I was with all my Catholic friends were thinking, "Oh, you're just crazy. You're paranoid." Guess what? I was right. I was right to prepare. And now all the stuff that I have that prepared me can be used to fight communists. And guess what? All my guns, they historically killed communists and fascists by that very same token.
Someone commented on Razor Fist Barack Obama comment. It says, "Yes, both sides increase turnout. Your argument has flaws." And then Razor Fist responds, "This isn't about total turnout number. That's an irrelevancy. This is about the percentage of votes cast by Michigan blacks magically skewed the other way of magnitude higher for an old white dude than the first black president in history." And then he later responds as someone else said, "There's been a large voter registration push these last 4 years. More black people are voting, so yes, I can believe it." Good grief! It's a wonder you're even able to steal elections without knowing the difference between the total vote and the vote percentage.
Arizona Representative Paul Gosner denied entry into Maricopa County Election Center as ballots are counted.
What's that?
Your Arizona representative was denied entry into the ballot counting center within Maricopa County. Yeah. This is from the Gateway Pundit. This is hot off the press, ladies and gentlemen. This is literally like 3 minutes ago. So, I'll be here all night, guys. And so let's be frank. What else are we going to fucking do? Arizona Representative Paul Gosner denied entry into Maricopa County Election Center as ballots are counted. Arizona Representative Paul Gosner has been denied. I just read that. At a large pro-Trump rally to protect the vote is currently taking place outside. Representative Gosner, this is a tweet, has been denied entry into the Maricopa County Election Center. And let's see, even Paul Gosner, which again, I'm not in Arizona, but I might be soon. So I'm going to follow this fucker because let's be frank, I already follow Javier Beans and Rice Becerra. The president had our backs. Now we have his. Count all the votes. Patriots meet now. State Capitol by the Liberty Bell. I guess that means you, Luke.
Mm-hmm.
However, I want you. It should be noted we have to watch our rhetoric in this regard, especially in these trying times. Tree of Logic was the first person to say that. By the way, go subscribe to her. She's pretty good as well. She's been good at calling out the race baiters on the right and the left. But one of the things I want to say is don't count all the votes. Verify all.
Especially the ones that have a suspicious tag on them. Like dating tag on them from today instead of yesterday.
So let me send this to you, Luke. I will send this to you in a second. Give me one bloody second. Send this to you. Is this from State Capitol? Because I think Paul Gosner's on our side, I believe. Let's see. Here you go. I'll let you link this. And I'm going to get myself a drink I'll be right back. My fridge is right out here. I'm in a fucking studio, so I'll be right back. Play the link, Luke, and let people hear it.
Let's see what we've got. From Paul Gosner, the president has our backs. Let's play this now.
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amen. See, the president has our back by Liberty Bell at Cern. Oh, he's calling out for Cernovich for some reason. I don't know what that's all. Republicans need to make up their minds. First, you demand the count to stop, and now you demand that all votes be counted. Those are two different states, genius.
Back, ladies and gentlemen.
Like someone says, Republicans need to make up their minds. First, you demand the count to stop, and now you demand that all votes are counted. Those are two different states.
Yeah, and here's the question: are we assuming that the Democrats are cheating in just one way? That's the real thing. We have to verify this shit. And honestly, I'm nervous. I'm drinking by the way, for those of you who don't know, I'm drinking a Rolling Rocks. It's the drink of the angry video game nerd. It's good enough for me. It's probably good enough for you too.
How's it taste?
Like Rolling Rocks. I mean, there's not much out there like it, but you can put this on the screen, by the way, Luke.
Put what on screen?
This fucking cat. And yeah, he is a cat. Look at his fucking whiskers.
What is this? Hold on a second. What am I looking at here?
It's a fucking
son
of a bit. Yeah, it's Super Mario. Super Mario looking motherfucker.
Spiritual successors.
Alrighty, so let's see. Brendan says, "Good call, man. I had a sizable arsenal, but that I unfortunately lost in a tragic boating accident, dude. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Those fucking pirates—they keep fucking sinking our ships, and we lose everything. Someone needs to get on that. I hope that Trump actually looks into that and stops those fucking damn pirates." Christian says, "Rolling Rock, cheap but good beer. It is. It is. I actually liked it. I picked up a bunch of it. It was either this or PPR, and I figured, what's better if we're going to go to war? I'd rather have Rolling Rocks on my."
I almost found it. Here's a good little clip here.
Go ahead.
If I get alternative hypothesis talking about
these fillers are prestigious economic slots. They really don't want you to be armed. And I was thinking about this because all of their power comes from hijacking a natural monopoly within the fiber optic cable lines. But outside of that, they're nothing. They're flesh and blood, just like you and me, and can be taken down. I want to be careful. I'm not advocating anything, but I'm just saying, just sort of as a descriptive, blunt, matter-of-fact thing, they can be taken down with a bullet just like you and me. And so fighting them online is fighting them precisely where the monopoly is, precisely where they're the strongest, precisely where they made their bones. It's fighting them in the arena that they control and is their specialty. But outside of this area, well, and consider that they are big pushers of civilian disarmament. They're big pushers of all this David Hogg stuff. Facebook is promoting all that gun control crap. YouTube is prohibiting gun videos on their site. They want you defanged, they want you neutered, and they want you unable to fight back in a way that could really hurt them.
And I'll be frank with you, I don't like these communists. I mean, I think they will try to fuck with me. They will try to fuck with me, they will mess with me, and they might even try to kill me, to be honest. And I'm not going to go down, whether I have swords, knives, guns, bricks, anything. I will fight back, and I'm not going down quietly into the night. Beckloff said earlier that, the right wing are a bunch of lawful losers who fetishize hierarchy and fetishize order. I ain't an agent of order. I'm an agent of fucking chaos, okay? You're talking to a guy who took his username, the Dashing Rogue, from a D&D campaign he played where he married the goddess of chaos, who was a pirate, okay? So I am, not to go all Jordan B. Peterson on you. I'm literally fucking the feminine chaos, okay? I am legitimately at that point. And now you might say, why the hell do we have Team Deathmatch in the podcast? Because that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a team deathmatch if we don't fucking stop this shit.
Upset the established order and everything.
He's chaos. Okay, stop it right there. while I am an agent of chaos, I'm not chaotic. I'm not chaotic evil. I'm definitely chaotic neutral. So it's more like it's more like.
But here's the point, though.
I'm an agent of chaos. Oh, and you know the thing about chaos? It's beer.
We're definitely gonna get. We are so gonna be fucking kicked off the internet tonight. If it's not us dropping red pills and screwing people over, we're gonna be the people who are. We're just gonna be kicked off. I think that our time in this world is almost over.
I've had 35 years. I've had a good life.
I have not gone laid, and I think there are worse things in life than getting laid. So there's even Catholics say there's a place in heaven for virgins. So.
I mean,
I don't know.
There priest should be.
Well, yeah. I again, not going to get too deep into that tonight, Luke. We don't need any infighting here, but
I'm just saying that they're expected to maybe be virgins. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, they're expected to be chaste. There's a difference between somebody who's already fucked somebody and had a family and becomes a priest versus somebody who has never done it or plans to do it.
I mean, but isn't that what they're supposed to be doing?
Well, yeah, they're supposed to be chaste, but there's a difference between being chaste and being a virgin. They're two different things. You're supposed to be full of vow of celibacy. That's different from being chaste.
Yeah, you don't have to be. I mean, virgins can be chaste, but you don't have to be a virgin to be chaste.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, where do you want me to play this clip?
I think that's the type of person that we're going to be. That's chaotic good. That's chaotic good that skirts chaotic neutral. The character of Malcolm Reynolds.
You'll play the man of honor and take umbrage. I ask you to do what is right. You'll play the brigand. I have no stomach for games. I already know you will not see reason.
The Alliance wanted to show me reason. They shouldn't have sent an assassin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have a warship in deep orbit, Captain. We locked onto Serenity's pulse beacon the moment you hit Atmo. I can speak a word and send a missile to that exact location inside of 3 minutes.
You do that. You'd best make peace with your dear and fluffy lord.
Pulse beacon.
Advice from an old tracker. You want to find someone? Use your eyes.
How long do you think you can really run from us?
I never credited the Alliance with an overabundance of brains, and if you're the best they've got...
Captain Reynolds, I should tell you so that you don't waste your time. You can't make me angry.
Please spend an hour with him.
I want to resolve this like civilized men. I'm not threatening you. I'm unarmed. Good.
And that's exactly how you have to be. That's chaotic good. That's chaotic good right there, ladies and gentlemen.
That's Han Solo right there.
The thing is, Malcolm Reynolds and Han Solo have the same thing in common. They were both smugglers. They both were trying to do work, and they were doing it under the table. Same thing that might happen. We might very well have, people, basically living their lives out on the sticks. Tim Pool fucking ran away from fucking civilization. All these fucking, conservatives who, let's be frank, they're the fucking conservatives that had the money that they basically made their fortune in super chats, and now they're running off into the fucking wilderness, hopefully praying that their fucking, super chats will keep them through until, Trump gets reelected or something along those lines. But yeah, no more. I aim to disobey. I'm not playing this game anymore with these fucking people. I was talking the other night before that these fucking communists are basically everybody who fucked with me in high school. And I'm not talking about the jocks or the fucking, cheerleaders, no, or the Stacys or Chads. No, they were the band camp people. They were the theater people. They were the LGBT, WXYZ. They were the people wearing the fucking little Armstrong. You remember the Livestrong bracelets back in the day? The yellow Livestrong bracelets, and then people were starting wearing all the fucking gay, like rainbow Livestrong bracelets and crap like that. Remember those things? Luke, you pull up you know what the Livestrong bracelets are, right?
Oh yeah, these weird little superstitious thingies.
Livestrong bracelet. Let me see if I can find a picture for you.
I got a picture.
Yeah, they were the people wearing those things that trying to look all hot and shit like that. I can remember when that fucking shit was big. How much are they going for? I wonder. Let me see if okay,
What?
that's a little weird.
What?
I was gonna say they were like it was like $125. I'm like, oh, it's in Mexican pesos. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's $10.
Yeah, it's like $5 here, but that's what they were using back in the day. These are the same people who like literally were making fun of me because I didn't understand the shit that they were talking about in high school, and now they're trying to pick on me and trying to take all my stuff that I've earned and I worked hard for, and they're gonna try to take it from me, and I'm not gonna give it to them. I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna, high school. What was the song that? How's it go? High school never ends. It just changes or something.
Yeah. Nothing changes up to the things, the faces, the names, and the trends. High school never ends.
Yeah, and that's what.
Barry, yeah, here's the line. The whole darn world is just obsessed with who's the best dressed and who's having sex, who's got the monies, who's got the honeys, who's kind of cute and who's just a mess. And you still don't have the right look, and you still have the same 3 friends. Nothing changes at the names, the faces, the trends. High school never ends.
Oh my god! Oh my god! This just in 20 seconds ago. This is from theconservativefighters.org. But this is a report, so again, trust but verify. We don't have any other information out there right now but this. So just take it with a grain of salt. Report: Biden planning to assert control of nation if the media makes this call.
What is it? Where's the clip? Where's the link?
I'm going to send it to you right now. We can take a couple of screen caps and put it on there for people to follow.
They go back to your friends though.
You're fucking stupid. Fuck this shit. I can get a tall cup of coffee for 50 cents around the corner.
But then you don't get the trendy Starbucks coffee cup that you carry around like a status symbol, man.
You can take a Vente razor and shove it up your ass, you tall brain moron.
Fuck you, animal. You fucking creature of the night.
What is this? What is this?
Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden will assert control over the nation and begin formatting a new administration if the mainstream media allies give him a virtual green light, a reporter suggests. So he literally is going to say, fuck you guys, I am president. I don't give a shit about any of you. And he's going to start making orders. We're going to follow? Are we going to be, seriously, lawful neutral motherfuckers, lawful good people? Are you going to fucking fall in line for this piece of shit, this senile old man? I ain't going to fall in line.
He's no Palpatine. I'm not afraid of him.
I ain't scared of shit. I'm scared of fucking Hillary. I'm scared of Rothschild. I'm scared of fucking Soros. I'm scared of Alexander Dugin. This fucker. This guy I'm scared of.
I'm reminded of the quote. Someone reworked the quote of Thanos in the Endgame scene where the Scarlet Witch is going, "You ruined my life," and Joe Biden goes, "I don't even know who you are."
Yeah, that's what that is. You ruined my life. I don't even know you. Which is a fair argument, to be honest. I mean, let's be frank. They probably could have reasoned with that version of Thanos if they want to. I mean, I hated the end of that movie. I hated how it played out because it was way too childish. The fact that they were able to go back in time really, really just killed it for me because it destroyed the whole purpose it defeated the whole purpose of the lesson of the first movie. It invalidated it.
Oh, here it is. But with many states still tallying election votes, this would certainly be a premature and provocative move. The plan was originally reported Tuesday morning by Axios, and it was cited several Biden advisors familiar with the plan. Biden will, quote, begin forming his government and looking presidential, unquote, even if the news media declares him the anathematical winner, the outlet reported. The media will decide, will they?
The media will decide. That means little Ben Shapiro and fucking Stephen Cuckold Colbert, they'll fucking decide if he's the real shit. Not you, the people, but the fucking elite privileged class, the fucking socialists and the fucking what do you call it? The
Crowder's not part of the elite though.
Crowder is not. No, he's not. But at the same time, keep in mind, people were saying earlier, don't trust the don't trust Fox News. They were lying about the presidential election, and they were. They
jumped the gun on Arizona and
yeah, exactly.
And even Ben Carson has some shade on him right now for. Oh, was that interview he had? I knew him when he lived around me. When I knew Hunter Biden, and he had his darkness, but he was still okay guy. Is that what he said?
I don't recall off the top of my head, honestly. I just know that we can't trust anybody, and we just have to stay hunkered down.
I hate that. One thing I really hate about this divisive age is that you can't trust nobody.
All right. Well, let me see if I can get. Since we're gonna keep going. Honestly, I'm gonna see if I can get some riot footage from 4chan. Give me 1 second, because 4chan is where we get the riot footage.
The last line. While the state of the election is uncertain, what's abundantly clear is that a Biden presidency would bring sweeping changes to America. That's an understatement.
Indeed. In fucking deed. Presidential election results. What the fuck is their problem? I'm looking for the happening civil war incoming. This is from fucking. Oh, this is from everyone's favorite white person. I'll send you the link here. Again, this is to a 4chan post, so here we go. I'm gonna go verify this real quick, but you can put it on the screen just in case.
A 4chan clip. What is this? What is this?
Sean Kang.
the not black man.
The man who is mentally unstable enough and thinks he is black.
Well, he wants to be black. Oh, maybe he looked at too much. If I may say, he looked at too much pornography and got the idea that he wants to be black.
Yeah, that is a little bit too. I don't know about that one, Luke. Let's see if I can find.
I mean, what other benefit is there to be black other than the political, social, and economic privileges?
There you go. Yeah, they are getting a lot of stuff handed to them, and I've told people, and this is not me trying to bash the African American vote. It's me trying to tell people that the fact of the matter is that these there's just too much given to the one group of people over the other. I mean, look at the fucking college admissions. Black men, black females, black Hispanic men, Hispanic females, and white women are the ones who get to go to college. The Asians, they're the ones who they get to go to college if they're female, but half the time they fucking discriminate against the Asians way more than they do the whites, because everyone already knows whitey doesn't deserve anything. But like, let's look at it like from this perspective, though. You put all these fucking SJWs, and all these fucking all these women into college in one area, an entire generation put in one area, and then you put a bunch of people of color and what have you, and you put them there by the virtue of them being of that color. That's eugenics. That literally is, you're trying to rig the freaking dating market at that point. No one's talking about that. So someone like me who literally, I'm not a horn dog, but don't get me wrong, I have my moments. These people are literally taking my generation and my birthright from me because they're not letting me participate in it. They're not letting, the Asian guy go to college. They're actually having scores given to the freaking blacks because of their race, and it's not right. I think it's giving them the wrong impression of how the world works. So let me verifying that tweet from freaking Shawnee.
And here's a little Razor Fist.
All right, play a little Razor
of the 60s, meaning the modern DNC birthed a generation of one-issue voters. At that time, largely civil rights and environmentalism as an express way to temporary electoral gains. And as the 70s gave way to the 80s, gave way to the 90s, you steadily spawned one single-issue voting bloc after another. Until now, in 2020, when the DNC have become increasingly incapable of servicing them all.
Yeah, and it's sad. It really, honestly, is sad because these are the people who we're gonna go to war with. I honestly don't want to. There are people here who I know and where I live, who I know became SJWs, and I don't want to face them in battle. I don't want to face them because I don't want to kill my fucking classmates. But I hear stories about brother versus brother during the first Civil War, and I know I'm sounding like Tim Pool here, but I really do think there's going to be civil unrest soon. There's like a calm before the storm, But anyway, let's get on to some actual fucking riots. I couldn't this post right here of Sean King. I can't verify it.
Of course, no one can. That's the point.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to verify it. So just take it off and disregard that.
Let's see some live streams. Let me see if they're in live streams in Arizona.
That's what I'm looking for, because let me just say it's going to get very, very bad soon. Stream. Where's the stream? Beam. Oh, boy. Let's see.
2 hours ago.
Now I get to see all the fucking Biden memes. They're really fucking trying to hit 4chan really, really badly, these commie motherfuckers.
Let's see. This was streamed 76 minutes ago. That's such a horrifying crowd of people.
I know, right?
So nice and organized.
What my white privilege is showing? I'm my half-breed privilege is showing. That's what's showing.
Oh, Maricopa County sued for allegedly Sharpie ballot controversy. That was 1 hour ago on Channel 12 News.
Good, because I'll tell you this: it happened here in the Silicon Valley as well. If it really is some truth behind the fucking behind the Sharpie controversy, which, by the way, here's the problem with censorship, Jack. If you ever get a fucking chance of hearing this, when you censor people all the time, the people who actually are conspiracy theorists, keep in mind, we don't know what the validity of this freaking Sharpie gate is, right? We don't know anything about it. All we know is that these motherfuckers are censoring anybody who's talking about the Sharpie, whether it be because it's fake news or whether because it's actually real. This is insane. So this is from Nick Fuentes. Again, Nicholas J. Fuentes retweeted this. Republicans who have criticized Trump's false claims of victory and or have said every vote. Mitch McConnell, Mark Ruby Tuesday Rubios, Rob Portman, Mike Lee, Governor-elect of Utah, Chris Christie, Rick Santorum, the Arizona Governor Ducey, Mike Huckabee, and John Bolton. Oh, so all the neocons basically were questioning whether or not Trump was legitimate or not. It's insane. That is
1 hour. Rachel Maddow's getting in on this Arizona stuff.
I want to hear what Rachel Maddow has to say.
Interviewing people 1 hour. This was 1 hour ago.
To Gotti Schwartz. Gotti Schwartz is in Arizona, and specifically, you should know this. He is outside the county elections department for Maricopa County, which is downtown Phoenix. Now, we have been reporting tonight on new ballots coming in from Maricopa County that are giving us a lot of new insight into the potential matchup here between President Trump and Vice President Biden. But as you can see, Gotti's in the middle, quite a crowd there. Gotti, what's going on?
Yeah, coffee.
Yeah, and Rachel, it's going to be kind of hard to see just because we're not turning on our lights. We don't want to be a distraction out here, and there are a lot of people that are they have their emotions running extremely high. So anytime.
Oh, they're so. Well, I mean, they're just waiting. They're waiting and waiting and waiting.
Yeah, 1 second. I think I might have something that's very dangerous. Give me 1 second.
These lights come on, you see people running towards the cameras, and then they start screaming, and they've got bullhorns. So here's what's going on. It's very important that we show you what's happening outside of the Maricopa Election Center right now. You see that behind me? That's where they're counting those 400,000 ballots that are still outstanding. That could really change the course of the entire election in 2020. They've got some...
the comment section. So Trump supporters are going to turn to lawless mob that will destroy your suburbs?
We're going to just take over your suburbs. We're not going to destroy it. We're going to shoot you and take what's yours. Or rather, what you think is yours, rather. That's what we're going to do. And we don't want half the time, we don't want your fucking cardboard box that you sleep in. We don't give a fuck about that. We just want our fucking president in power. That's it. That's all that matters.
All those Karens and Darrens in one place. Yeah. You don't know
Darren
what that
and
means.
Karen. Is that what they call them now?
Yeah. Questions for the Trumpsters. If the Democrats rigged this election, then why wouldn't they rig the Senate races? Because they didn't care.
They didn't care. Yeah. They didn't fucking care. Why should they care? It's fucking insane.
And who knows? I mean, but for the record, a lot of people who vote for Trump probably vote for Martha McSally. So the Kelly vote might still be on the discussion. Because if it flips for Trump as well, all those votes for Martha McSally will come in.
Who is Martha McSally?
She was the long-term last senator who's been running against Mark Kelly, who's like a notorious gun grabber and like in cohorts with China. And they were fighting for the same Senate seat. And odds are, if you're voting for Trump, you're voting for McSally.
Probably. I mean, I don't know anything about the woman. All I know is that,
basically, she was kind of like a typical rhino neocon, but then John McCain passed away, and she saw Trump all the way to the point where a liberal went up to her and says, "What do you think about this election? This impeachment scandal? You're a liberal hack."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're not even a liberal. You're a fucking commie. Just call them communists. Fucking call them pinkos. Call them whatever the fuck you want.
All socialism becomes fascism. Let's do that.
Yeah. And Portland riots. Let's see if there's any fucking thing on Portland riots. But the thing that pisses me off about this is there's no people streaming on the ground live.
Where is everybody? I mean, surely there has to be someone.
Yeah, well, the problem ultimately is these fucking these institutions have made it so you can't stream.
Oh yeah, and BitChute doesn't have streaming capabilities.
Yeah.
Anything streaming? Indigo Gaming, Creepy Little Book, AIB. Those are the only subscriptions that are live right now. Where is everybody?
I honestly think people are just being killed one by one. And I'm nervous, man. I really think that there's a calm before the storm. And let's see if I can find anything on Oakland, because I know Oakland is gonna probably light up like a fucking like a battlefield.
Let's see. Razor Fist having conversation. This is not a joke. They are not ready. They are not ready over yet for something. And it says, no, I beg to differ. It's most definitely a joke. Regarding the vote counts being stopped, couldn't the president have issued an executive order? Oh, so it's not really. It's just a response to someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the F did you... Okay, Jim Jesus asks, what the F did you... Oh, yeah, so it's just a bunch of back and forth spats right now.
Well, there are multiple shootings being investigated right now 10 minutes ago. And a spree of Oakland violence tied to burglars targeting pot shops, apparently. And this is in Alameda and Berkeley. So, again, I don't know if that's true or not. And this was done 10 minutes ago. This was posted 10 minutes ago. So,
Michael Brown, Dr. Michael Brown has a good little I mean, this is kind of off topic, but he's trying to say something calming and neutral. Can we have the same faith in God's kingdom will be advanced in the midst of a democratic republic like America that the early Christians had in the midst of the Roman Empire, often by madmen like Nero?
Well, Nero was demented, so. And if you look at, do you like that? Luke, can you look up and see if there's like a colored version of Nero's like portrait?
A colored version?
Yeah, there's a colored version. Like he's like a little ginger, I think, like a fat, like he looks like a Spurg, I believe.
Let's see.
Like Nero looked like he was a neck beard. Nero neck.
Oh, I see statues of. Oh, wow, they're not flattering at all.
Yeah, dude, that is Nero as a neckbeard. He looks like a fucking neckbeard.
Let's see if I can import this.
He literally looks like a fucking Nero. Again, this is the guy who started to no, not that one.
There are some digitalized. I'm not sure if it's a digitalized picture of him, but
it is almost. I doubt that people went back in time. That's the asshole who tried to fucking persecute Christians. He does look like a neckbeard, doesn't he, Christian?
Well, I mean, all the statues of him drawn as a neckbeard.
Yeah, he has a fucking neck beard. He looks fat, corpulent, and he looks like I don't even think he plays a violin. He probably tried playing a violin, and then people were too scared of him to actually say, "Oh yeah, you need some tutoring lessons."
This one's not too flattering either.
Uh-oh. That better be lead-based powder.
Yeah, although I do remember some certain movies where the Caesars often make themselves more pale and more opulent, and more. Well,
the reason they do the whole pale and opulent thing is because of because people are basically because people who work outside were working class. That was the way. If you were darker skinned, you were working class.
I see some. I've already seen some pictures where they're trying to compare his face painting to Trump. Tagline, of course.
The first fedora, indeed. Is Trump going to take out the only way? Is going to take the only way out? He's not taking the only way out. He's not yet, at least. Let's see. Trump is going to win. Alrighty. Dude, honestly, 4chan's a fucking shit show right now.
I honestly feel like 4chan. Honestly, it's so confusing.
What?
I try to read 4chan once in a while, but it's so confusing and nonsensical.
Like there are things you just have to take for granted with this shit, and it really honestly pisses me off. But let's see what else we got.
Let's see what they've got.
Armed Trump supporters forced polling in Arizona to close. This was taken how long ago? This was at 9 p.m. So breaking news. This was by Alexa O'Brien. And breaking Maricopa County is now closing due to concerns about unrest from a sizable crowds protesting a voting count per CNN. So CNN is basically lying its ass off yet again.
Again, citation. I know it's a Clinton News Network, but Citation Need Network is what I'd like to call it.
Yep. Yeah. Uh-oh. This is something that got posted.
What is it?
This is from Razorfist from 6 minutes ago.
Oh, what is it?
I will send it to you via archive. This is the archive.org link. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, here's an archive.org link. You can follow along if you want. An error in Arizona, 86% of the vote in, not 98%. So there was an error when it comes to this particular numbers. When is the Arizona numbers updated? I don't know, dude. At this point, I'm just gonna get drunk, get smacked, and hopefully wake up in the morning.
Let's see. A data error about the percentage of the vote counted in Arizona made it appear to have a higher percentage of the vote had been counted for the time on Wednesday morning. Because of the error found in Edison research data that was identified by the New York Times editor Patrick Ilfullage, it appeared that 98% of the vote had been counted. Oh yeah, this is what Fox News was responding to. Let's see. In the vote of the count of Arizona, Democratic President nominee Joe Biden had won 50% of the vote compared to Trump's 47.6%. More than 2.7 million votes had been reported. Biden had a lead of over 100,000 votes.
In any word about which counties are left? I do not have any information, but I will get that for you right now.
Unfortunately, the maps and the charts display the percentage incorrectly until this can be fixed. The Associated Press and Fox News both projected Biden as the winner. Sorry. Yeah. No real news here, but yeah.
Nothing new. No, all's quiet on the Western Front. I think I'm going to call it a night tonight, honestly. Unless there's something new that comes up. I don't think we're going to know just yet.
Let's see. It's James O'Keefe from 3 minutes ago. What is it saying?
Office in Michigan. Huge update. Project Veritas, we just got contacted by the Office of the Inspector General, who is aware of this video inside the post office in Michigan, and the whistleblower who's showing how the ballots were backdated to November 3rd, even though they're accepted November 4th. Huge update. The Inspector General tells us they're aware of this. It falls under their jurisdiction. They're assessing whether to investigate. This whistleblower in Michigan is a patriot and a hero. He doesn't fear retaliation. He cares more about his country and what they're doing illegally there in Michigan, counting the votes illegally, and he cares about his own well-being and safety.
But God bless that man.
Yeah, he's going to end up dead soon. We all know he's going to die. He's going to die soon. I'm sorry, guys. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. You know, you can't stab. What was that? Wasn't it like the frickin' the Simpsons who always made the RNC look like they were like the bad guys? Like they had Dracula. They had they were like in Transylvania for like the Republican Party.
Oh, and it's always it was. They always depicted the Republican Party as this big ball, like haunted castle, and the people were people like the Arnold Schwarzenegger character, the vampire, the Mr. Burns, and all that stuff. And there was even that one scene where they ran Sideshow Bob as a possible candidate. But before he walked out, they showed a water cooler. Interesting. But then Sideshow Bob walks out. That's a better candidate choice. I especially like the human touch. If Biden wins, Hillary's going to call in her makers. Let's see, what else is there? Oh, and what's Richard Spencer have to say? Loading Civil War II, choose your player.
Wait, Richard Spencer is still on Twitter?
Of course he is.
Okay.
He's never been kicked off.
So let me get this straight. We have people like Gavin McInnes, which again, I don't like Gavin. I think he honestly bit off more than he could chew. You have Matt Forney, who was kicked off, I believe. You have Mark Collette. I mean, all these people who, like Milo Yiannopoulos kicked off, fucking not Greta Thunberg. What the fuck is her name? There are a bunch of people who just got nuked from Twitter, and Spenny's allowed to stay around.
And yeah, the guy who unironically endorsed Biden.
These people are so sick in the head. Like, where are they getting these fucking weirdos?
Oh yeah, choose your player from Richard Spencer.
Fucking smackhead.
Well, I guess they met in the middle ground somewhere.
Fucking shit.
Another one, apparently. What else is there going on?
He's Christian says he's either on Twitter still because he's a Fed or because Twitter believes he hurts the right more than anything. I wouldn't be surprised, dude. I really wouldn't be surprised at that.
I mean, that's the only reason. I mean, he's hopelessly incompetent, and his incompetence makes his opposition look good by comparison.
Yeah, that is true.
I liked how Alternative Hypothesis said he was going out and singing generals in the kill zones every single time, and fortunately, every single time with Snake Eyes until Charlottesville.
Yeah. Yep. I think we're gonna call it a night, Luke.
All right.
So, ladies and gentlemen, take care of one another. Keep your powder dry, and remember, ladies and gentlemen, saving the West is a side quest.
But it never hurts to try.
But this is the Digital Renegade podcast. Out.